they can scale, but Tundra have been masters of manipulating the map throughout the year. Let's say, I'm hyped up for this match. Earthshaker has been insane this tournament, as we mentioned earlier, 73% win rate, and Shadow Demon too. Glad to see this starting to come back. We saw Jinkyu like kind of carry with the single disruption.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting big things from Zayat today. Master Tip on the old Shadow Demon. So let's see what they can get done here. NAVI.
And he is versus... we'll have to see. We'll have to see how these lanes end up going down. It's a good kill combo too. The lane that they have, Shadow Demon Centaur, is a throwback lane, right? This is one that is very threatening. I'm curious to see how this is all going to go down.
Can either team get the grab here? Both smoked up, looking for first blood opportunity.
Saksa will walk into them. He gets put under.
Got the setup. They've got enough damage. He'll get off the avalanche, but the Who Stomp still comes in. Niku ready to line up into position. Shadow Word offensively drop down on a Saksa. Gonna try and get this kill by the looks of it to Got the Juice if they can. Toby's heading over.
He has boots. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gonna live.
And they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 bounties out of that. Saksa will survive.
Indeed, that's not working out the way the Navi would have hoped to start this one off there.
Nope, Niku did not want a skill fissure. Hell no. He wants to have that totem for the lane. We'll end up missing the kill because of it, though.
I mean, yeah. Would you have skill fissure there?
Me?
Is it really that rough for the lane?
I mean, me, yes, because I'm a noob, and I like to... I don't know, I feel like maybe would
getting that kill.
Whatever, I feel like First Blood is pretty valuable, so... Whatever.
Now we'll see if, because of the fact that Niku does stick to what he wants to do, if he can indeed just completely dumpster the puck here in the mid lane.
And let's see if he even can dumpster the puck, because I was talking about the Shaker versus Puck matchup.
Yeah.
Shaker has historically always done very, very well, if not beaten the puck consistently, but some of these pucks have been beating some of these matchups I didn't expect them to.
Yeah, BZM's been having some pretty solid showings in the mid this tournament.
They're just so good at abusing the puckish, right? They use that orb, they walk up, tank a tower, tank it again, use phase shift. They get double regen constantly. It just comes down to how many denies the Shaker is able to really pull forward with on top of the thing. Yeah, let's see this. The bottom lane, I feel like this is one that's really boring.
Yeah,
I know that you don't look at, but
this AM's just going to get free farm, right?
Absolute free farm.
Like, yeah, I think Got the Juice. He is pumped up and ready to play this game. Yep. He's like, nice. I get to chill out, play. This is the carry's. It's the carry's dream.
Absolutely. So far, Toby doing a phenomenal job up top. The first wave, the harassment he was able to dish back. Pugnut, one of the best. I like to always mention that, of just how much harassment damage you do in laning phase. First 2 waves, good job to secure Crystallis' positioning a little bit here. And now it's hard for you to get aggro because the Nether Ward will be placed down, so perhaps we'll be able to just secure that. It's
yeah, very good damage trade coming out from Tundra.
And looking at the other, mentioning a couple other things since it's a bit of a slower laning phase. The double sentries placed out, you're playing versus Shadow Demon. You always want to block out those ancient camps. He's the best stacker in the game, pretty much, so we'll be able to watch out for that. And they even warded the river as well, too, in case of any type of rotation or...
Yeah, тренируюсь.
Of the runes.
And we are going to see this. Would you imagine this is just now the new way to play on an anti-mage? The Helmet Dom into the battlefield.
Yep.
Get that helm first.
Yeah. Especially in this type. I mean, maybe in this lane, he is completely untouched.
That's the thing, right? If you're going to be completely untouched in the lane, surely the temptation is to go back for just the Battle Fury Rush, because you have the potential to get it insanely fast.
Yeah.
So
but maybe Dominator's just too efficient, Owen. Maybe just too good.
I guess that's the thing.
It
is just kind of that busted. Yeah. So. And obviously, just kind of getting that Helm of Iron will very, very soon. Like, at that point, with the Warlock backup as well, he's not going to die in this lane.
No. Yeah, he already's got it, the Helm already auto-bought, so it'll buy it the second that he has that gold. And 33 does find the pesky mana burn creep, so he will be able to at least annoy Got the Juice. And he is getting something out of the lane, so he is up to that 12 last hits. Not pressuring Got the Juice, but getting his own out of the lane, even when he has a tiny.
Is this a lane as well that does Saxon need to stick around for a long time, or is he going to get the sort of the ability to move elsewhere and leave 33 on his own?
He can stay here and put some pressure, like some slight ones. Sure. But I think he can actually have the liberty to be able to move around. It's not like they can kill 33 unless he makes a pretty big mistake.
Mid lane, I mean, it is kind of BZM crushing it.
He's doing it.
This is a matchup where Shaker can definitely cause a lot of issues, get a crazy amount of denies, but at the moment, Niku, he's only been able to get the 2 denies against BZM. BZM 17 for 6 against the 12 for 2. This is just BZM with the straight-up outplay.
Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. And he's doing exactly what I was, the puckish thing, right? He's curveballing, dodging a hit, then using the phase shift as well. So he's getting double restoration, so he's not even eating harass damage. He's smiling. He's very happy.
Yeah, he knows how good of a time he's having in this matchup.
And maybe Niku now being like, damn, maybe I should have
I was gonna, that skill and Fisher for the first blood's looking kind of nice now. The fact that you're sticking to obviously the optimal build against Puck in the lane.
Oh, man.
Hasn't quite allowed him to get that lead against him.
And you see that one right there? He goes for the enchant totem onto the range creep, but afterwards it gets glyphed so he can't get the secondary hit. BZM is crushing this lane.
Yeah, he's been very solid this tournament so far. And side lane conditions, what we're getting, Chrysalis, he's getting to farm.
He's farming. Not absolute free farm.
Not quite as much as the AM. Got the juice on the other side of things, but definitely a no threat of dying in that top lane.
Yeah, no threat of dying at all. They've actually even shown on the side of Navi, they probably aren't even going to go for any type of kills since they're playing versus Pugna. Just too much sustain in the lane. Just going for the farm build with the 2 points in the retaliate.
Because honestly, looking at the lanes, it feels like one of those games that it's very unlikely that we see a core die. Right, all the cores.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to take down in the laning stage. Very likely that we'll get some sort of random support death.
Niku,
6 or 7 minutes.
I mean, this one could happen.
Unless in the mid, you're right. BZM. Thinking about chasing. TPs are coming in, though.
Saksa still in the area, a bit deep, but won't be punished for it. This is going to be something that does happen, as I was mentioning. Limited support's what they can contribute, but let's see if it's enough with just a disruption.
Got the blood grenade down on the Saxa.
2 blood grenades.
Got the Fisher as well, but it's kind of a difficult kill to chase for. They can get a few stacks of the poison on him. He's able to juke the 4th one, so...
I mean, that's pretty huge. Two supports coming toward you. They double blood grenade, so that's minus 100 gold as well. And the blood grenades, you don't have that many this early on for your side lane pressure too, so that stuff does matter. So the only thing I was mentioning is like the 2 supports, they are completely reliant on the cores to make plays. They literally can't really do anything until they hit the level 6.
Early days, but maybe signs of this game very much, from Navi's side of things, falling onto the shoulders of got the juice on the anti-mage.
Which maybe not the worst case either, right?
No,
because
it is a good anti-mage game.
Damn good one for him, but...
he's got the potential to 1v5 on this one, if necessary. And the Dominator very close to being done.
BZM's just playing this ridiculously well. I can't believe he has 4 extra denies over the Shaker. That's the most impressive thing, too. The CS, can happen, but having extra denies, too, is pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah. As the Shaker, you really hope for more than just the 5 denies at 5 minutes in against a puck. So it's just the way that BZM's been able to kind of prep the creeps and just come in with the AoE burst, ensuring that there's not been opportunities for Niku to get those denies in, even with the enchant totem.
Yeah. I mean, I think this matchup definitely got better for Puck when he got this curveball thing, but yeah, this is really well played so far. As Niku dropping low.
I've got the backup of Toby. Send the ward, the blast onto the 2 of them, throwing
2 blood
grenades out between them. And Riddy's going to go for the TP, but the blast hits enough to set up for BZM to get first blood. They hit the level 6 as he sets up onto Niku as well. A little on the mana though, and that will mean that Niku is able to live, but still not having a fun time around this mid. Whilst BZM very much in charge of the game so far.
Niku did, thankfully for himself, have a regen rune, so he doesn't have to go all the way back. He can continue at least farming with that. Didn't get completely sent away, but aggressive moves from Tundra very early on. They feel like they're bad and can be left alone in that matchup with the Centaur, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing on both sides things, really.
They can just be left alone.
Yeah, Chrysalis, he's not going to die, and 33 on the Doom, very unlikely to die. He's just going to continue to sort of trade farm against the Got the Juice AM.
Yeah, if it was something other than a Warlock with the AM, absolutely, right? They can go for kills onto the Doom, but the fact that it's a Warlock
it's
AM,
a passive lane.
33 just chills, and he's got the Dominator done. So, very good timing for him. And we did see there Toby blocking some of those stacks that they are trying to continue getting for the side of Navi. Niku, level 6 is hit. He's got the Echo Slam. BZM trying to steal some. Niku wants to Echo Slam some heroes.
Chrysalis and Toby are ready to start running at Niku.
Chrysalis is not the one you want to go for.
Yeah, Niku's looking pretty dead here. Nowhere to go.
This is awkward. Oh no, and they potentially can steal them. BZM's low on mana.
Yeah, did have to sort of drop the Dream Coil there just to make sure that Niku doesn't get denied by the neutrals and to ensure the kill. And he does get it, BZM.
This is devastating, though. He's going to lose the whole hard stack.
Saxa's going to have another spell combo in a second here with the Avalanche toss. Avalanche to set up, moves in onto Zayats, toss forward. Be able to dodge the damage here with the disruption. Chrysalis is ready to continue the dive, get the kill. They get the stun onto Chrysalis, but the borrowed time is there.
And got the juice in the meanwhile. 33 is down bottom.
Okay, that'll do it. Niku comes in. Oh, a little bit of a pause. Right. What's the reason?
They were saying they had some ping issues before, so
okay.
Yeah, they were saying they would have some packet loss a bit earlier. So, well, he got deleted. That was quite a bit of damage.
That's a nice little kill for Got the Juice to get involved in, and
oh, mouse again this time. Okay.
All right.
Well, he gets involved, but he's probably like, I needed to do this because I lost my stacks. I got to get something out of it. Sorry, Got the Juice. Niku will steal all your creeps as well. I believe he got like.
Did he actually get a few of the waves?
It was like two waves almost. Yeah. So. We'll take away some of that AM's farm, but yeah, much needed rotation, it felt like. A 2K lead early here for Tundra. A lot of it because of this start from BZM in that top lane.
Pressure onto the middle, jump forward, Zayats. Able to hold back BZM. Junko's going to be back online in just under 20 seconds.
He has a 1K gold differential between him and the Earthshaker already at this point in the game.
Yeah, he did a great job in the mid.
And the Doom too. Actually, honestly, 33 is matching the farm of the Anti-Mage, pretty much, with the Devour plus the Dominator combination. So, yeah, very impressive stuff that Tundra's been able to do with that economy.
So, Got the Juice. He's going to have to carry pretty hard on this one.
He is. It does feel like that.
Can the Anti-Mage do it?
They do still also have some pretty good Wombo combo team fight, but I would say the Tundra's got leveled up a lot when they got that puck pick with the Pugna. They actually may even have equivalent team fight, if not better. Right, let's see what the Anti-Mage wants to look to do. Got the Juice, going through the portal, looking to join his team top. They can't really pressure Crystals. Guess it's a tower push. But losing their... He took the mid tower, Owen. His tower was not even touched yet. It's full HP, literally, in the mid lane. That is very impressive.
And the puck having a good time is it's definitely going to cause an issue for Got the Juice, right?
Yes.
Because now that they are going to have this puck with this advantage, has this solid Dream Coil. If they can get some sort of just Dream Coil into a Doom follow-up from 33, they're in this early period of the game, the Anti-Mage absolutely can die.
Oh, absolutely. And BZM's going to be pretty high level. Sure, he's a mid laner, so you're high level anyway, but he's got very high level silence, very high damage burst. And, I was mentioning in the early on, some limited forms of disable, it's really reliant on Niku of catching the puck in almost every situation. The supports will not be able to do almost anything to contribute. So, BZM could get pretty out of control this game. We'll have to see. How's the Blink Dagger for Niku? It's done. So he's gotta, I think he has to just echo the puck almost every single time, right? Otherwise, I'm not sure how they get the catch. They'll have to just focus BZM early on with this.
At least until sort of the... Blink's not going to be there anytime soon for the center of the pipe going first.
Yeah, so
even then, you still need the Fisher set up for the Shaker to have a chance of catching him. So it's not going to be easy for Na'Vi.
No.
But maybe just the strength and power at the Anti-Mage will be enough to carry them through this game.
And look, this is interesting too. Actually, I'll wait for that as they're making the move onto the mid lane. Toby, he's healing a lot.
With Niku coming in, they will have it.
33 was doing some interesting stuff, so he was sending his, as he tends to do, right? Sending his Dominator creep to cut the wave bottom. I think he's still maybe even doing it again here soon, as it keeps the lane in a good position so that Saksa can actually get XP bottom. Because then the lane pushes in this weird position that he actually gets something. This is really interesting stuff. I mean, they tend to do this with these Dominators, and 33 always finds something to manipulate the game with.
And he's just going to be so farmed with the Midas that he's going to have very shortly after the Helm.
And if Got the Juice isn't careful, one little slip up too with a misclick of a counterspell, he can still get caught by this Doom.
Absolutely, yeah. Any sort of avalanche into Doom or Dream Coil into Doom, they can get those kills. Fine, Reddy's here. They'll drop the Doom down to make sure there's no Golem drop for the potential turnaround. The Dream Coil locked down on towards him. Backup's coming in. Fisher from the side momentarily holds back BZM.
The Nether Ward's down, though. Navi's got to distance himself.
Sax is going to have Avalanche again in a second. So Navi's got to keep running.
2 seconds on Blink.
Still in a bit of an awkward corner of the map, but they should be fine. They've got TPs as well.
Although meanwhile, though, the hard carry of the side of Tundra is just farming. Right? They get to just farm on actually both of the hard carries. I guess you could say BZM is farming in the mid lane and Crystal's getting all the space in the world. So
Yeah, this
a lot
is
of attention forced.
going to be a pretty quick Radiant.
It is.
3,300 gold already into it. He's pretty much got the relic. 12 minutes in, Crystalis.
They're getting nice timings, that's for sure. Oh, Giants. He's been found. Very dead. Early days, but a 3K lead.
Pretty smooth sailing so far from Tundra.
Definitely going to be the work cut out for this anti-mage this
Yep.
game. Oh, yeah.
One of those games where if you're the AM, you kind of mute your teammates, start blasting the music, you know.
Cue up the anime profile
Exactly.
picture.
Get on one of those anime hype tracks and just sort of live in your own little world, hit creeps, and hope that the game doesn't end before you're able to 1v5.
I don't know if we have the technology for this, but do we have the timing that he got the Dominator Battle Fury earlier? On Ame in particular? Maybe I'll have to see if I can find that later, but... Juice?
He's gonna... Oh, he's gonna live! And Toby, blast off the mark! He's out of there. It should be fine. Blinks up again in the second. That was close, though. I mean, between using the kind of the mana void for the interrupt himself and having the golem dropped, it's enough to give him the protection to get out of there.
He pushed the limits.
Yeah,
Truly
that was
right
close. There. And they really need him to not die. As I said, a lot is resting on the shoulders here. I've got the juice.
I'm checking to see what the timing was, if I can find that one for us. From Ame, he got it at... Oh, it's hard to actually see, because he sold it later on and changed it. But he got the Battle Fury and at 16 minutes with Tread's Dominator.
Okay. So we've got something to work towards here. It's
Yeah.
going to be close then.
It'll be pretty similar timing.
Oh, bottom?
They should have this.
That's a big one
kill.
to find there. Crystalis was trying to get some farm out of that bottom side of the map, and you know, he was on track for a very quick Radiance timing. You know, talking about carry item times this game, and that def, of course, will slow him down.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Definitely a big one there. Niku's starting to reestablish himself. BZM only 600 ahead now.
Of course, looking for that Blink Dagger next on BZM. 33 is just going to roll straight into BKB into the Blink. And that is the pipe online for PMA. So definitely between the pipe and the Stampede. Further ways to keep Got the Juice safe. If he is getting jumped, if he does even get caught in these Dream Coils, they can keep the anti-mage alive if they're there in position to back him up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Navi's, they're looking for the long game, right? Absolutely. But Tundra could also be looking for that long game to go for that scaling. But these auras, they could definitely make a pretty big difference here, as I don't know how many will actually, right? Will we actually see any, if any, on the side of Tundra? Sometimes we see some of the Dooms do it, but
Yeah,
I don't think 33 really does go down.
No, because if he's getting this BKB, it's unlikely he's going to be looking to buy a pipe or anything for the team. So
I mean, that pipe is incredibly effective. They actually are pretty limited on physical damage, I would say, on Tundra until later stages for the ABBA, right? It is like all magic.
no, absolutely. I mean, that's why the anti-mage is so great this game.
Absolutely. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely some glimmers, I would imagine, from the supports. Yeah, double glimmers queued up on the side of the Navi supports as well. So preparing themselves to buff up that anti-mage as much as possible.
Yeah, with this and the stat count that British should be able to get for Got the Juice here,
Almost the same timing. Yeah.
it's going to be pretty much on
seconds,
track
maybe?
with what we saw from Arme.
Yeah, a couple seconds, maybe faster or slower. Not sure exactly what the timing was for the last one, but yeah, cool stuff. Might see much more of this throughout the tournament. It's gonna have success here. Niku, level 11, still not quite 12, but Echo Slam is back at the ready. They do have all of their ultis up on the side of Navi. Zayats. Force the ult. Ooh, actually close to forcing that ult there.
Might be in trouble.
He's
BZM
in a lot of trouble.
comes in with a wraparound. TP's not going to do it. Stacks up. As the Avalanche.
Cute attempt, we'll call it. If he pops the ulti there and he gets out, that can actually be pretty cool for them to set up a potential play afterwards, but doesn't pop the ult, just ends up giving his life. So 1638 does get that Battle Fury with the treads. And with that Dominator.
And here we go. Looking for a play around that Echo.
9 seconds faster, there we go.
Oh, there we are, okay. I did, of course, have that very nice lane set up.
Juice top, BZM, they're here for him. They
Have a
saw
look. See if they can do it between sort of the silence, the coil, and the doom. They get the silence into the coil. Holding on with the counter spell, it's going to mean that 33's not able to find the Doom, and the jump's going to be there on BZM.
What a play. Did they lose vision for a second? Because they have a ward there, though.
I thought they were going to be able to get the Doom follow-up.
Was it a range, or...?
I don't know. Was he sort of getting blocked by the Helm of the Dom creep, so couldn't move in for the Doom?
I'd have to like relook at it, because also 33 has Keen Eye Tumbler's toy, so he should have that extra cast range.
I guess he just couldn't get in range before the silence had ended, so he knew that the counter spell was going to be there. So
I guess so, yeah.
Just couldn't quite close the gap during the silence.
That's massive. Yeah. That is absolutely massive there. They take down BZM. Niku is starting to really get that stride going for himself, and the AM is starting to just be able to go wherever he pleases.
Should be another one here for Na'Vi. Saxa's gone.
All right, he's making up for that. A little bit of a falter in the laning phase. Now up to a dominating streak. And Juice now, he does claim the top net worth spot. And as we said, yeah, the AM absolutely set up for success. Amp damage, too, for Niku for the next one.
Size trying to mess around with Chrysalis.
3 points in that Disseminate now. It's a lot. This spell it's very hard sometimes to see the effect of it, but it is crazy how much damage. So this one we saw like earlier. I was
sure it was saying, yeah, when they opened up with the silence, yeah, not they could get in position. But
either way, I mean, that is probably one of the bigger points in this early game.
Yeah,
he's able to survive the gank from the 2 cores and get a turn.
Yeah, well on our way towards that Manta now. Continuing to cruise through this early game here. Got the juice.
Starting to get closer toward the glimmers as well, too. So even if he does potentially get caught by some of these spells, there are ways that are going to be there to bail him out. Crimson, Pipe, double glimmers, Stampede. A lot of different ways to just get him out of a fight. And it looks like Niku is going to get time to, he got that kill top with the Echo Slam. It's going to come back up, so he can look to go for another play when it does come available again. Nothing lost during the downtime.
I mean, what's the plan if you're Tundra? You know that this anti-mage is getting all the space in the world now. Do you feel confident yourselves in just sort of sitting back and allowing Chrysalis to continue to try and farm and scale as to carry a Baden?
I mean, maybe they do, but
you'd be a bit concerned.
I would be concerned, personally, because AM just looks so damn good this game, really. But Tundra does like to play for specific timings, and they like to hit the creeps too, so perhaps do want to wait until they feel good on all of these as well, too. And maybe they have some interesting builds that can actually end up working versus the AM, right? We'll have to see.
And in terms of the AM's build, so this Aghanims that he's got queued up rather early in the build, do you like that here?
This Aghanims is insane to deal with. It is probably one of the most annoying things ever. You just can't get your mana back. It's actually so annoying. You get hit like once or twice, you try to get restored with anything, and then your mana voided. So I actually think it's one of the stronger ones.
Which I guess is you, especially when you're saying, right, you're looking at some of these heroes like the Pugna, right, that are quite a beautiful target. So having that Axe, jumping it, bursting that insane amount of mana to start things off with the first hit, follow up a couple up with the Mana Void, it's guaranteed big damage. It's
guaranteed big damage, and there's no way for them to restore it, right? You try to pop your Wand, you pop your Lotus, it doesn't work. None of it restores once you get hit by that Aghanim, so... Tundra will be able to sneak themselves out. Oh my god.
They're away just in time.
That was super close. A nice sneak. They are able to take that Torment away. I do not believe that Navi expected that. They were actually, it looks like they were smoking to perhaps to get there in time to do it themselves, but one step ahead Tundra was this time.
Yeah, perhaps once they've got the Blink Dagger online for 33, Tundra will try and look for that coil into Doom follow-up. Try and catch this anti-mage.
He's gonna have Manta by then, though. Like, the steps, it's gonna get harder and harder when he does get these items.
They're looking at a setup potential, but the backup's there from Riddy. Drops the Golem onto the two of them. The coil will still be used, but follow-up is just not gonna be there.
Supports just are... That's all really they have, right? One of them has to just do this at all times. Either Riddy's or Zayas just stick behind, got the juice, and they can probably stop any gank, right? Either one of them, they can stop it just if they get either a disruption play or if they do get that golem to drop him.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, any of these heroes sitting behind
any of them.
A Fisher, a disruption, a golem, a stampede, and a pipe being popped. There are so many ways to save got the juice. So as long as he's not completely alone, killing this anti-mage seems to be a pretty impossible ordeal for Tundra.
Yeah, absolutely. And Riddy's, that Glimmer is about to be done too, so he, even when he doesn't have Golem, might potentially have that way to just protect him anyway.
Still, of course, the farm continues for Tundra, but we are seeing that gap really start to grow between the anti-mage and the Abaddon, and
yes,
it's only going to increase, right? It doesn't matter, even though you have this Radiance, keeping up at the pace of a free farm anti-mage is pretty impossible as the Abaddon in this role.
And overall in this game too, like something I did want to point out, I've seen Saksa do this before, but he's opting away from the Blink Dagger. So he's going for more this Solar Crest, buff up his carry kind of build, which, yes, in some games it can be really good, but there's definitely some combos that he's going to be missing out on this game, right? Breaking the coil, tossing someone out of position. So we'll have to see if the build ends up working out for Saksa this time. I'm okay sometimes with the Solar, but I'm just thinking, you know, sometimes maybe jumping in the back line, finding this SD and Warlock could be something that they're going to be missing because he went for this build, so we'll see. Shield Rune at the moment on Niku. They also just got the Blink on PMA. Honestly, I think Navi can start to accelerate and look for even more playmaking. It's a very slow-paced game, but now they have the double aura on the Centaur. Now he's got the Blink 2 to join in. Fair bit of damage. Also, Niku has the Kaya Yasha now too, with Searing Signet, with the talent, so his damage is through the roof. Yeah. So let's see where they want to go.
Yeah, God the Juice will not mind joining any of these fights.
Nope.
They've got beautiful setup around him to enable this anti-mage to clear up in any of the skirmishes really that go down if it is Na'Vi getting the jump first.
Yeah, let's see what route Zayat switched it up, by the way. He was going the Glimmer, now he's going to go the Lens. There's also potential, eventually, for the Aghanims. Sure, it's way later down the lines, but he's playing versus an Abaddon, so it's always that break. If they can find any type of silence or anything, can always be devastating too. Toby. Ooh, I had a feeling. We'll get the instant D-ward. My goodness, a lot of these games are quite slow pre-30 minutes.
Which I think, you know, both carries are probably happy with, but obviously relative to one another, I'm sure, you know, Chrysalis, he's definitely going to be feeling the heat a little bit more. Not just because he's got the Radiance, but because he is indeed in this matchup against an anti-mage that he knows is going to be getting just that much more out of the map whilst the game plays off in its passive state now.
Yeah, he's just able to farm way faster.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those games where you could die, you keep pinging, anti-mage is missing, anti-mage is missing.
Yes, you're getting the farm on you're getting the increased farm on the Doom because of the hero, right? But you're Abaddon, like you said, it's 2,500 now. It's really starting to accelerate how much he's falling behind in terms of gold. He is switching. I'm looking at the build of Chrysalis. He is looking to adapt a bit versus the AM if he does go down this route. Blink standard, but then if he does go for Bloodthorn and Orchid, that could be something that maybe can help him catch.
Yeah, because you want to make sure that if you do catch the anti-mage, you can kind of just throw everything on him to kill him.
Yes.
The problem obviously with this is that even if you do throw everything down onto him and the Shadow Demon's in position, Disruption still comes in, it's not easy to throw everything down onto the AM.
Absolutely.
Tundra, they're going to get on the hunt though. Here with the smoke, let's see what they can find.
As the game progresses too, I would think that there's going to be some Lotuses / Lincolns that are going to start getting queued up as well from Na'Vi to throw onto Got the Juice, and then it's a big question of how do you kill him? Do you need to get the Doom on him, and then you just essentially can't, or you're going to reflect it onto yourself? So let's see where Tundra looks to strike here, as it's been a very long time since anything has happened.
Slowing down a lot this game.
The Golem is at the ready. They're gonna smoke. Is it time for a Roshan fight force? No vision from either team at the moment around the pit, but Rosh is gonna start shifting soon. Looks like they maybe want to get a kill before they want to try something.
Radiant's bottom
Chrysalis
is under attack.
They're gonna go for this one here.
Consider it. I mean, obviously committing too much under the tier 2 might be risky. They're going to try and burst out the ult. They'll get that.
Okay. I mean, it's an Echo trade for a borrowed time.
Tundra, Abba actually get some pressure onto the tier 2 bottom.
They know that the Abba is not going to be bottom. Do they want to try to maybe fight down here on the side of Na'Vi?
Saksa.
Toby's getting majority of this tower here.
Oh, a good Fisher block here from Niku, but do these two really have damage? They'll drop the Golem. It's a slow game, so dropping a Golem for a support kill doesn't feel too bad at all.
Nah.
If they get the kill, that is. Saksa's making them work for it. Another Fisher is there.
They got him.
They'll find it. So if they get anything more, it looks like the rest of Tundra should be out of there. Toby and 33 still sticking around. They do have...
They're going to go for him?
They're going to try and get the jump. They've got the Doom at the ready, but the Stampede is there. That's going to get him out of this. No, it's not. Dream Coil comes in to lock him down. PMA comes in with the backup, pops the pipe, trying to get that extra bit of protection, but 33 is able to commit him with the BKB, staying on top of Niku and take down the Shaker. Toby also able to get out, or maybe not. No, Banner Void. They're just in time, puts a stop to the TP. NAVI will be able to make sure they get a second support kill, but they do lose their mid. So Tundra are able to find something. Does of course take the combo again of both the Doom and the Dream Coil to get that one kill.
But they get the Shaker, but at the same time also, your spells are used, and got the juice is like, all right, well, now I literally cannot die for the next minute and a half or two.
Yep, and he's going to be well on the way now to look towards that Abyssal Blade.
Yep.
After this Aghanims.
I mean, some really interesting stuff that we're seeing, right? They throw the Echo on the mid lane just to force the bar time, then potentially look for a fight bottom, but Tundra is just, they're ready, right? They've got the heroes positioned down there to at least get themselves a trade kill. Lotus Orb, PMA.
It's close, yeah.
It's essentially done. Yeah, he's got it done. So extra tool that he can throw on. It's also level 3 Stampede online now too, so that cooldown, 90 seconds. Net worth has stayed super, super close.
Yes, but it has been close on the numbers.
Yeah, it's just a good the pace that AM farms a little bit faster than the ABBA, but then the Doom with the Devour and the Midas and all that is what it kind of counteracts. Look at this build. Look at this. Look at this build. That is one of the most disgusting inventories I've ever seen.
Hell Midas bots.
Merlini would love this, right? The old school Merlini with the bots Midas. Now throw a refresher in there so we can get double Midas, dominate.
Yo, I mean, I'm telling you, I think, Hell Midas, that's viable on even heroes that aren't Doom. I'm sure we're going to see other carries, other cores try and go for it.
BZM. Can he play himself out of it?
Let's have a look. Trying to get the timing. Niku.
Nope.
Very nicely done there. Catches him coming out of the phase shift. And got the juice. Turns up to pick up the kill.
Level 20. He's getting quite a bit here. That separation. It did slow down a little bit during that whole situation that happened from the mid to the bottom, but again, now back up to 3K lead over his counterpart. And he's going for aggression, right? He's got the Basher queued up, which I actually like quite a bit. Rather than going for like the butterfly that we used to see this just feels so much better.
No, absolutely, because he knows this game. He just jumps in on a target.
Abyssal.
And, we talk about sort of all the ways that NAVI can kind of get him out of action. Now, when it comes to Tundra, if they're getting jumped, sure, I guess it's kind of the Decrepify and the shield, but if one of those are getting jumped, it's very hard to save one another if you're Tundra.
Saksa getting gone on. Bots coming in, though.
Niku could be in trouble.
Again.
They'll drop the Doom for him. Disruption buys him a bit of time. Chrysalis, he's able to commit forward to try and look to finish off the action. They come in with the Avalanche, but the BKB still going. He's going to be able to get himself out of the fight here, Niku. Now got the juices ready to commit it. Looks to Chrysalis.
Chrysalis is out of mana.
He's got the borrowed time. But the Juice is trying to play around for him, but has to back off as he starts to fall low. Now with the blink forward, Chrysalis is going to try and continue to chase. Avalanche is there, got the Juice, has to continue to run. He's lost his teammates.
BZM is close.
So you've got the Juice, should be able to get out of this. No, the coil, it's there. BZM gets the catch upon him. They've killed the anti-mage.
33 getting the triple kill.
A massive fight here for Tundra, and they're not done yet. They're looking at PMA. It's pretty tanky on the Centaur. So if they want to continue diving him under the tier 2, he's going to have to pop the Stampede to get out of this one. A Tundra taking out the 4. The BZM still thinking about it, jumping up to the high ground. Won't be able to get it though, but they get that massive kill. They kill the anti-mate.
They find him finally, and great way to like kind of sequence thing. Crystal's actually just tanked everything, got completely burned out of mana, but then afterwards he's able to just still fight and hold his ground because everyone else is so healthy. The Shaker gets caught in the front line going for a play. No way to bail him out. A 4K lead. Tundra found the fight that they've been looking for.
And the next round of items able to fly out now. Chrysalis has the Orchid.
Got the Orchid, yep. So an extra tool that he can really use versus that anti-mage. NAVI shaken up quite a bit there. Niku perhaps having to be a little bit more careful with how aggressive he shows himself.
Yeah, they needed him to not get caught at the start of the fight. They are going to try and fight by looks of it here, NAVI.
So find a kill easily. BZM.
Difficult to get much more though. Still don't quite have the anti-mage back in.
BZM going in himself, haste rune.
The Dream Core's back up. Niku. With the BKB, turns with the fish. He gets the lockdown onto the turn, then PMA's in with the jump as well. They're looking towards Chrysalis, but the borrowed time is back up. So Crystallis, he's going to be fine. They'll try and come in onto him with the Demonic Purge. Got the juice, gets the jump in onto Saxa in the Roshan pit. Crystallis starting to heal up now with that borrowed time. Saxa will fall. See where Got the Juice looks to target next. He's going to try and go over towards 33. The BKB's there in time. 33 trying to back away here.
He's got a blink.
He uses the Stampede to close in upon him. So Lion Got the Juice to stand on the target. Decrepify will come out defensively, but the Mana Void's there. Toby trying to heal 33 up. The Silence is in on the Got the Juice, but the Glimmer Cape's there, protecting him. They look towards BZM, but BZM's quick with the phase shift, jumps up to the high ground. And back over towards PMA. PMA just pushing back the back lines of Tundra. Able to get in with the Who Stomp double edge on Toby to finish him off. That was, of course, a dieback there from Toby on the Pugna.
Good chase forward there from Navi this time around. AM able to hold his ground. BZM, I think this haste rune actually saves him there. He may have actually been able to die, but ends up skirting himself out of the fight versus that Earthshaker. But they do get some kills. I mean, Navi's shown they can go aggressive when they had that Doom on cooldown for a small moment. But as soon as it comes back up, the build from 33, of course, playing off since he has... Oh my god, Owen, he's doing it. Octarine and now Refresher.
Oh, that's the dream.
This has to be one of the most disgusting builds I've ever seen in Dota.
Think
It's
of
up
the
there.
farm.
Octarine, this is actually a U build, Owen. This is the most U build
This is my build
I've
on
ever seen.
every hero.
Like, you love this Refresher
It's
Midas.
the efficiency of the farming. I mean, if you're not, you've got to put that Refresher off cooldown to just farm with Midas. He probably won't, because that might be a little too grief. Let's have a look. Use the Midas, pop Refresher immediately. Do it. Refresh. Okay, this guy's a professional.
Well, double Doom for the next fight. Double Stomp. The next fight's going to be quite a bit harder, I would say, for Navi now. They've been doing a good job of dancing around and not losing too many in the fight, but this next one, 2 cores could be in jeopardy.
It just feels like the fights are so volatile, right? If they can kill the anti-mage, Tundra in a great position. If they don't manage to control and kill him, Got the Juice, he's in such a great position in terms of pick to clean up the fights.
And now he actually has another buff. He has a Solar Crest, so this is actually pretty important for him.
I think the Fisher setup. Do they want to go in on this?
Roche.
GMA is going to try and get him with the Who Stomp. Doom's going to get tanked here. And indeed reflected as well.
That's really big deal.
It's awkward now for Tundra. They don't want to fight this.
He is going to be able to go back to base, refresh, and come back with another BKB and Doom, though.
That's true, but they will have seen it, right?
I hope so. I think so. Let's see if it catches them off guard.
Trying to push forward. Nico's just going to get in there with the BKBs. In onto Crystallis. Is now the borrowed time having to come out from him. Dreamcore's there to lock down Got the Juice. Is there damage? Here's the jump off 33. He's able to get in with the Doom onto the anti-mage. Got the Juice trying to stand his ground. Right click back. Takes down BZM. Looks towards 33. 33's going to fall. Got the Juice will die. But this fight... Who's going to take it at the end of this to get the setup on towards Saxa? The Golem's out, of course, here, cleaning up the fight, and Crystallis, he can't get in on this.
He's trying to disengage.
He's going to try. He wants to go back in for this Crystallis. Toby's still alive at the side. PMA pushing back against the Pugna. Riddy's trying to back off, healing up with the Shadow Word. PMA able to come in with the Stomp to hold back Crystallis and ensure that Riddy's can survive.
The poison, how many stacks is that?
And Crystallis, it's going to be 5 seconds until he has to borrow time back off, but no, it's back up.
The kill.
Indeed, that gave him enough to get the cooldown down, to put the borrowed time, and ultimately get the cleanup on this fight as he's in on top of the Centaur. That's going to be him dead as well. The cleanup from Crystallis.
All the little things coming into play too, right? I think there was one more Shadow Poison about to stack on him. He gets the kill. Gets the borrowed time up because of that quickening, and he ends up actually surviving all because of it too. What a chase out there from Tundra. A cool way that they initiated the fight too, where he backed up the base, BKB refreshed everything there, got the Doom on the AM. Navi doing a cool thing too, where they just fight through the Doom, but overall Crystallis standing strong.
Yeah, just getting so much gold and XP, of course, out of that. Top net worth now on the Abaddon.
What level was he when he started the fight?
I want to say at least like 3 levels lower than this.
I think he was like 23.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think he may have gotten at least 2
a lot
or so
from that.
levels. That was absurd.
Let's have a look. Yeah, level 22.
20? He got 4 levels.
Got 4 levels from this.
Holy shit. Oh my god. I was going to say, I was pretty sure he was like 22 or 23 at this, and he was just 22. Wow. Yeah, this moment right here, right? They get that Doom, they get all the combos.
Yeah, 33 got his job done. You know, dies a second time, was pulled back in action there. Nearly getting the chance to Doom Got the Juice again, but he gets out with the counter spell. BZM. Vicious setup. He's going to get the coil down, but he's just on to Zayats.
He's got Aegis. He's got Octarine.
They're going to buy time for it. Zayats will still fall, but the rest of Na'Vi, and they're trying to back up. Limb onto Niku.
BZM.
He's just poking at them. PMA, he's in, the fish is off the mark. Stomp is going to be there. They're going to drop the Doom in, and there's a refresher as well, so 33 is going to be ready with a second one if necessary. Niku's able to back up, though, to the fountain. He'll survive.
AM looking for a spot to jump, but he can't. Got the juice, won't be able to find that angle. Tense moments here. Saksa also, I think he just bought these. He has boots of travel also, so they have a lot of global threat now on this map. If there's actually a side where they catch the AM, with that, they can double boots of travel in and join in and find these kills too now. Kind of cool approach that we see from Tundra, looking to play the map. And Crystallis, he's ahead of that AM now.
Oh, absolutely. After that last team fight.
Ridiculous, and he's gonna be pretty close to having Abyssal Blade, which is fantastic this game too. Extra mid with that control.
He's just gonna be able to dive. Niku finds him under the tier 2 tower. They'll pop the Stampede. They have to.
Oh my god, he almost died. What was that, sub 20 HP from the burn? That was ridiculously close.
BZM.
Stampede. BZM.
He's going to find Riddies here outside of the base.
They're starting to get these solo plays outside the base.
This is there in time. Riddies should be fine.
Avi definitely feeling the pressure here now. Can't really show outside with multiple different heroes with the jump that Tundra has, as we're seeing. 7K lead now.
So much rush. Not anti-mage.
Thinking about it. We want to try for BZM, but he's got this age.
PMA's in. It's a solid Hoostop here on the tomb. They've got the follow-up as well. They're going to try and burst through Toby. They'll get him, and they'll be able to take out the Aegis from BZM. Crystallis goes in after the Doom setup there from 33 onto Niku. Crystallis continue to push forward against PMA.
Niku has buyback if they go too far.
Got the juice, looking for an angle to get in. He's going to try and make the jump onto Crystallis, but the Avalanche is there onto the two of them. There's the buyback coming in from Niku. Borrowed time forced out on Crystallis. He's back up to full HP.
He's got the blink.
They have to kite him for now. Now with the Stampede, they're going to look to chase. They've got to find something big from this Na'Vi. They get the block off onto Saksa. Got the juice trying to stay on top of Crystallis, but the Dream Core's up, holds them back for now, gives Crystallis the safety to back away. The full combo being dropped down on the Zayats here by 33 and Saksa. Zayats still able to back up with the Shadow Word heal. PMA and got the juice, get the jump onto 33.
Kill. They want to get more though. They wanted to get as much as possible out of that kill because both Dooms were used. So that's what got the juice. Is like, I can run through this fight and have no threat really, but aren't able to find Crystallis there. He's able to disengage. 80 seconds. Can they get any more out of the map? Are they able to force anything from 33? Probably not. So he's going to have time to be able to respawn and have those Dooms available again. $49.51.
Very close.
Still has faith in the anti-mage.
Yeah, I think that's what you're saying here, right?
Pretty much.
Tundra's sure they have this 9K lead, but the anti-mage is strong here.
Niku is starting to have some difficulties, but if he's able to, he's kind of just going to start to become more of like just 100% just control rather than all the damage, right? If he's able to get to one of these points of these next two items, all his real job is just to provide that control and maybe even just provide the, I'm going to tank a Doom for my AM. That's why he just switched between 3 different items on the Earthshaker, so now he's got the Lincolns queued up to protect himself for his Doom. See if they can get any of that protection versus it. That's one of them. They've got the Aghanims on PMA.
Absolutely, could come in with some very clutch plays with that.
Yep. Also has hit level 25, so the stun, it's pretty long. It's a 3-second stun now for that Centaur. Tormentor.
Top tower has fallen.
And let's see, take a look at what neutral items, since we haven't really talked actually almost at all about them this game, but I see the tier 4 ones are the ones I usually just wait to mention, is a couple of these Dazoon Blood Rights are out, so big AoEs on the Shaker and the Warlock. We see a couple Outworld Staffs on the side of Tundra, so they're going to have good ways to disengage. I think 3 of them actually I see, so.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's 2 on the bottom to fall. Crystallis getting very close to having the Swift Blink. I mean, he is very devastating. If they get the setup for him to just jump in onto a target, he'll kill most of these heroes.
He also he can't really join. He can't start the fight though. That's the weird thing. It's like he has to be a little careful of how they pop the borrow time.
Sure.
Early. That's the one thing. But overall, they have other heroes that are going to be starting the fight, so it shouldn't be him that goes first, unless he sees one of these 2 supports on the side.
And we've got the Nullify now as well on BZM. So kind of between him and Chrysalis, right? They throwing down this like a Nullifier, Bloodthorn, Abyssal.
Oh,
It's a whole lot.
that's a bit of an interesting one. So, Juice got rid of the boots.
I mean, he wanted to get this Orchid
He
online
did.
as soon as he could.
I saw a couple of fights though where
You're getting
like
kited.
the Doom pops Scorched Earth and he's got bots too, and he's running 530 movement speed. You have 340 movement speed. So okay.
At least momentarily, you are going to get the Stampede.
He also
And
has
you're
Shaker.
going to have the, and you're going to
He
have
has
the
the
cart
stuns.
as well with the
Yeah.
axe.
Okay. So, I guess that's why he has Shaker stunts, he
Yep.
has Cart, and he has Stampede. So
Exactly.
He's relying on that.
Exactly. He's going to rely on sort of PMA to sort of ferry him around the team fight.
And you know what? He's got the crippling crossbow, right? That thing slows them by 80%, even though I don't think I ever see anybody use it. Very funny looking item. Level 25 has been hit for Got the Juice. He's got that Mana Void. This is an amazing talent.
Yep.
Can get multiple off inside of a team fight. Can be pretty devastating versus these high mana pools now at this point.
There's the smoke.
Taking the smoke off that one.
Let's see if Tundra's ready for this. They're quite split at the moment, Tundra.
Bolts are everything's at the ready, so. Tundra can be together fast, though, right? Remember, the boots of travel that they do have on two of the heroes.
I mean, if Navi can find 33, that's probably the best way to start the fight.
Yeah.
33, he's already out at this top side of the map.
I would agree. 33 is probably priority target number 1.
Yeah, because if they could take about the thing that's been ensuring these team fight wins for Tundra has been 33, getting the Dooms on either the Shaker or the Anti-Mage. So they'll find a quick little pick-off, Saxa. It's going to call top.
Got the Juice is quick, dude. First thing he used when he blinked in was the crippling crossbow. Ooh. I usually see people not use it almost at all. I'm going to keep eyes on that. If you have no boots, you absolutely have to use it pretty well, so that's going to be really fun to watch. Doom applies mute. Level 25 has been hit.
Still lost some money as well, of course. 33. I mean, what would you imagine he's going to look to buy up as the next item? Where he's got 5k gold saved up in the bank.
They never buy Aghanims,
Yeah, we just don't see Ags.
but I mean, I always say but this could be the game. It could.
That's the thing where you
give us AM.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like,
If you get the aim in the coil and then you kind of doom yourself, stay on top of him.
this could be the one.
I think it feels nice, but indeed, I feel like we see so many games where it feels nice, and
They never do it.
the Dooms, they prefer pretty much everything else under the sun.
Literally anything else.
Other than the
Pretty
Aghanims,
much,
yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think we did see one Axe today, right? Or at least it was queued up in a game. I can't remember if it got finished. I think it did.
I don't know.
No, it did. I believe it was Amal, right? I want to say. Did play a game earlier today where he got the Axe.
Perhaps. There's been a lot of these 50, 60-minute plus games where people have too much gold to know
And in
what to do
those
with.
games, you know, whether you want it or not, the Doom will get the Axe.
Yes. 11k lead now for them, but that gold lead doesn't feel as significant as some other ones in some games.
No, definitely not. I think especially as well, because by the looks of it, when it comes to how the fights play out, they've got the juice. He's going all in on the purchases, right? Where I think, Tundra with that 11k, you're going to see quite a bit of that saved for the
I think
buybacks.
more than, honestly, they probably actually have, in terms of items,
Like active
Navi actually
spent
has
gold,
more
yeah.
spent gold
I'd agree. I think so, right?
than they do. Because I actually see 6k,
Yep.
2k, 6k. Yeah, there's over 15,000 gold
Yep.
reserved on the side of
So
Tundra.
Navi's going all in to have this sort of potential power spike. It should be, got the juice. If he doesn't get doomed,
Let's see this fight. BZM. They seem to have an idea of where they're coming from. The
there's a
Fissure.
Fissure on the two of them. Blow up the Echo Sun. They take Toby out of the fight. See what they want to go for next.
Pretty good start.
Immediate buyback from Toby. Fissure to hold back Chrysalis once again. Got the juice, he'll back off for now. PMA's going to tank the Doom. Golem dropped here onto the two of them. Crystalist has the borrowed time forced out upon him. Got the juice, eyeing up the chance to get in, and now he's ready to look for the jump. Moves in, Abyssal Blade thrown down onto 33. That's
got
33 gone. Now he can turn over towards Crystallis. And without the borrowed time, Crystallis will not survive. Both claws dead. Buyback comes in straight away from Crystallis.
Oh, lots of buybacks. PMA also.
That's what they can get done here. Got the juice still pretty much full HP on the anti-mage. He'll back out. It's going to be Riddy's left behind. I mean, they'll take that now.
They'll take that.
Three
I'll
buybacks.
take that for sure.
3 buybacks coming out there from Tundra.
I mean, that shows a lot, right? The 15,000 gold reserved up on Tundra, Navi spending out, and they get a perfect catch to start the fight. That was, I mean, no hesitation at all from the Shaker.
Absolutely. And this is, this is kind of the way that they want to play these fights, as the anti-mage, right, got the juice. He's able to sit back, wait till the borrowed time's gone, wait until the Dooms have been used, gets in, finds his target, ensures that people at 33 can't get the second Doom off because he's in on top of him, the Abyssal Blade, and that they can kill Crystallis whilst that borrowed time's on cooldown.
And now these are dangerous moments, right? A lot of buybacks spent out there from Tundra. They have to be, I mean, they're trying to get on the aggressive because they do have the 2 support kills and a couple of these ultis are used, but they have to be careful in this next upcoming fight. They're going to go for a Roche to at least protect.
They need this Aegis,
Yeah, protect Crystallis in particular since he did use that buyback before.
And they should get this. No, I don't think we're going to see Na'Vi try and do anything crazy with the 3 of them up on the map. So Tundra, whilst they might have expended these buybacks, they will at least have the Aegis that I imagine. Who are they going to be giving this to? Crystallis or BZM?
I would imagine Crystallis.
Sure.
He used that buy.
Yeah.
BZM didn't have to use it.
That's true. He's still got his.
Yeah. So that'll give him a lot of extra protection in this next upcoming fight. 5 minutes of leeway for the buyback to come back. Niku, 25 has been hit. This is a really cool game. Honestly, 22-23, as close as it pretty much can get in terms of kills, in terms of pretty much everything. Everyone just trading all over the place. No base yet to be touched.
And this will be nice next as well. If we've got the juice. He's probably now going to play with the luxury of saving the money for buyback, especially considering that's something that Tundra's heroes can't all match. But getting that Aghanim shard, it's just going to make the game even more difficult for 33. Because now he's got to consider the fact that there's also going to be counter spells being thrown down onto Niku, onto PMA.
This could just completely catch people off guard because I think you don't really see anybody ever really use this, honestly. So.
And as we see, got the juice, he's ready to press the buttons. He's using active neutral.
I watched, by the way, in that last team fight, he used it almost immediately, so heads up from him, even though he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activatable items, and then 1, 2, 3 activatable items. Pretty cool. So yeah, that shard could be really interesting. If he throws it onto this, they kind of have ways to bail each other out, right? Centaur Lotuses him, he fake Lotuses him with the counterspell. Can be really cool ways to cover each other, and more Lincolns, more Lotuses being queued.
Tundra, whilst they might have this Aegis, they'll probably look to wait out their buyback cooldowns before doing anything too crazy.
Yeah, a bit of a farming Aegis. I mean, Navi giving a lot of respect right now, being pretty afraid to go hit anything. Full refresher now for Niku. I mean, this next upcoming fight, if he lands that fissure on BZM +1, he'll kill both with the double Echo Slam. So they have to be careful how close they are to each other. And I say close. There's the blood right? He's got the Dazoon, so it's a
got big AoE.
AoE. Yeah, these fights are going to be complicated to keep track of, but let's see what we get. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on this Aegis. So they're still doing their pairings. Zayat's, he's close to the anti-mage while he gets outside of the base to get something.
Yeah, he's got the money to get the shard on top of the buyback, but maybe at this point with the sort of slowdown, he's actually kind of like, well, maybe I can prioritize getting the Ag's Blessing and then getting a different item in that slot.
Yep. A possibility if he wants to go down that route. BZM, 25 has been hit, one of the biggest ones, of course, for that puck. So can pierce the debuff immunity. He also has an amp damage, too, for the next upcoming fight as well. This could be huge. This will allow a big difference of how they can focus fire some of these targets through those BKBs.
Crystal is getting very close to kind of maxing out, hitting that level 30.
Niku is literally not leaving the base. Just literally just sitting there, spamming the Enchant Totem Fissure to keep the waves pushed out while the AM and the support goes and deals with the rest of the waves. Very careful.
Yeah, there's no need to really risk it, right? He's pretty much got everything item-wise that, you know, he's happy to play this later stage of the game with.
Yep.
Now, anything on top of this is just a nice little bonus, but the core stuff, it's complete here for the mid-shaker.
For sure. Double Shrines does mean it's going to go the way of the Tundra, since they did not want to step out there, so a good chunk of experience that they get. He does buy the shard, so does have that. Let's see if he does get a Reflect Doom in particular, right? That would be pretty ridiculous. Onto an ally, not himself. Mid lane. Crystallis will show himself, 70 seconds on the Aegis.
Still a few minutes on the buybacks with Tundra.
This team is starting to get close by. Niku. He'll walk right into him, gets coiled.
Okay. Alright, let's get the Reflect on the Nullifiers. He'll get the BKB off as well, Niku. Have to jump forward, but the Abyssal gets reflected as well. Stampede's there to get Niku out of there. The Avalanche will come in. They'll drop the Golem and the Echo Center. Hold back Sax. They'll try and burst through the Tiny. They'll get him. Now got the juice. He's got the jump on him. He gets the Abyssal drop down. They've killed off the puck. And now they can isolate and surround Crystallis. He'll get up with the blink for now. The PMA's looking to chase them down here with the cart. They've got eyes on Toby. Sentries drop down. There's the vision for the disruption from Zayats to catch the Pugna. Eon Disc will buy a little bit of safety for Toby, but he will fall as well as Na'Vi prepared there for that fight that Tundra got a little too close to looking for.
I mean, these fights are now looking, honestly, very difficult for how I would say how Tundra wants to look to approach them. Niku is a beast. These Shakers at the late game, that's why
so
we're
much
seeing
damage.
80% win rate in this tournament right now. When you get to this point, you can't avoid the stuns. Everyone's getting hit by it. That was a 3-hero double fissure echo slam, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he caught BZM, the most important one in the back.
And it's just a dream setup for an anti-mage.
Yeah.
I got the juice. He just gets the cleanup.
I think we're going to see so much of this, honestly, the Earthshaker, as we already have been seeing. This makes late game team fights just so difficult to approach. Even with an insane amount of survivability, as we see on the side of Tundra, it's just too much control. 60 seconds, no Pugna. Echo Slam back up in 30 seconds.
And bringing in the mid lane as well, PMA, ready to try and set up to potentially pressure a couple of sets of barracks in. Once Tundra's dead.
I mean, they have a double catapult wave kind of coming at the ideal moment for them to get this push going. Mid wave taken out, bottom also taken out. 30 seconds still that they've...
Let's have
looks
the
like
play
they'll
safe.
give it back. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it is, all the cores are up.
Honestly,
the ultimates are online again for Tundra.
And at the end of the day, you feel that you're winning, right? You feel that you're starting to get this big advantage. You just need to win the fights. You don't need to break the high ground so much. You need to win the next fight convincingly, and that's probably it could just be the game. Refresher's back up in 60 seconds, so if they can wait for that,
sure.
I think that's probably the ideal for the side of Navi.
Yeah, especially to say as how close they are to the Aghanims on Shadow Demon as well.
Oh yeah, true. That's another big one.
Yep.
Absolutely.
BZM.
Oh, they actually do have the combo too. He has the Bloodthorn.
They're going to find him. Niku, he's in with the setup, the follow-up silence, the Abyssal as well to lock him down. It's a dead puck.
And he does not have a Dispel. As we see now, the Bloodthorn that was picked up from Got the Juice is going to be pretty massive. He's going to have Bloodthorn. They're going to have the break from the SD. Chrysalis could get popped. Definitely potential here. He is at some crazy levels of farm on this AM.
And Tundra, they've done well to challenge him in this game. Navi ultimately keeping the call despite Tundra's best efforts in these mid-game fights.
I mean, it was the dream AM pick, really, and we're truly seeing it play
He's
out.
pulling through.
Yeah. He's got, I mean, hitting critical mass. He's about to have Disperser finished up. He's almost full slotted.
Niku pushing onto the three of them. Jump forward as well for PMA. Also the BKB from Saxo. Get the toss back on a PMA, but this is a very tanky Centaur. They'll throw down the Doom upon him. Underneath the tier 4s, they'll be able to kill him. So Centaur's gone. Coil on towards the animation. Refresher from 33s. He's in. Looks for the second Doom, but the Lincolns was there.
That was Niku. He threw the Lincolns.
Absolutely coming in clutch with that Lincolns. And they continue to try and chase. It's going to be responded to with the BKB TP out there by Niku. Does mean the Riddies gets left behind. So
BZM buyback, though.
Indeed, had to spend the buyback. They had to use the 2 sets of Doom from 33 to try and get the job done in that fight. They didn't quite get the big targets they'd hoped for. They get something, though. They will slow down the game a little bit more. Hold on here and protect that mid set of barracks.
They get something, and the potential of Roche respawning actually could be.
It's kind of soon.
Yeah, it could be really soon.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
They need that for BZM.
What a bailout from Niku. I mean, these guys are so good at covering each other this game. Throws out the link. There's so many of them, right? They have Lotus's, Lincolns, Glimmers, Disruptions, everything. He gets the Lincolns before that secondary Doom.
Which is, it's got to make you ask, like, it's maybe the Aghanims looking a little bit tempting.
I would, right? That's
you know
what we're saying,
All
right?
these Lincolns, it's so hard to Doom. Maybe you just got to go, well, you know what? I will Doom myself and get him with the AoE.
Yeah, now I'm actually. Was that Niku's Lincolns or was that the Warlock?
That's true.
I actually don't even know.
I think it was Niku's.
I thought it was. I saw him
was next
turn.
to him. Yeah.
So, but either way, yeah, just continuing to cover each other nicely. And BZM now, this next fight, he's really important. Like if he dies and doesn't have,
they need his coil.
He is so important.
They need his coil. They've got to get the coil set up.
Yeah. So let's see. He goes for an Aeon Disc, so being as defensive as possible. But there's a Shadow Demon, so Aeon Discs sometimes just won't be as valuable either. If he does get the Purge onto him on top of that control, there is no Aeon Disc. That continuous Dispel will be there.
Oh, and which 25 are you taking on the Shadow Demon in this game? Ooh. Probably the ult cooldown? Or is a couple of disruptions sound kind of nice?
Just be too strong, but
sure.
maybe. I don't know. Either way, we'll see. Eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, because both of those talents seem kind of nice.
They're both amazing. Yeah. They're two of the better ones. And they're smoking up. Centaur respawning soon. If they see the puck, if he gets the Purge and they get an Echo Slam, that's it. He's gone. Yeah, he's just gone. So. Christos will be the one to show.
Gonna try and get the setup.
Did they get the
echo? They do. They get the
broke him.
combo.
He's gone.
The break and the silence, leaving no option for Crystallis to get that borrowed time off.
Oh, he didn't respect it.
Niku, he's in with the
Buyback.
BKB. He's managed to close on Saxon. There's the buyback coming in from Crystallis. Wants to try and get back into the fight. Crystallis jumps forward, looking towards Niku. Niku turns with the fish, holding about 33. They're looking to got the juice. They'll get the Abyssal Blade down upon him as well as the Dream Coil. Defensive disruption comes out from Zayas. PMA continues to jump forward to hold back 33. Gives the space for Got the Juice to be able to blink out of the fight safely. Tundra, they still want to try and chase forward. Avalanche onto Riddies. He'll drop the Golem down. Keeping Saxa held back. Got the Juice assessing the situation from the high ground. Riddies will be left behind. Navi, they'll now look to continue to retreat. BZM,
Zayas.
with the chase, Niku, spot the refresher, trying to get the follow-up combo in onto the puck, but Crystallis and 33, they're in to jump forward onto Niku,
Huge
get the
echo.
echo off, BZM is solo with the heels coming in from Toby, and the Force, they'll keep him alive, BZM will live, PMA trying to stand on top of
Juice is
Crystallis, that's
alive.
the borrowed time gone. The anti-mage survives, Niku back in with the combo to finish off Toby.
What the hell?
And he's not
Oh
done
my
yet, they may be
God.
looking for more here, Sax has got to be careful.
How did he got put in the cart at what, 100 HP and survives?
That's the jump. Avalanche to hold back Niku, but the Fisher, it's there. They're going to get themselves another one here, Na'Vi, locking down Saxa. The fight,
my God.
it's Na'Vi's.
I thought that Navi was going to lose another two heroes there, but ends up bailing each other out with, I guess, on Lincoln's a disruption, and then I guess the cart gets the AM out.
Just so much save potential between them.
Wow.
It's an absolute nightmare for Tundra to try and get the spells onto this anti-mage.
Just to get the control and everything, and they're not, like, no one's really doing too much damage on the side of Tundra, as you see there. They can't really hit. It's just Crystallis. I mean, it went away there, but you saw it's just Crystallis doing any damage.
And we're going to get to see it. 33 will have the agonies
He's going
for the
for
next
it.
fight.
All right.
As I'll be interested to see if this does make a difference or if it really doesn't matter at all. But you got to imagine that having that AoE Doom that you can play with around yourself will give a much better chance of actually catching heroes within it.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll have to say.
Yeah.
It's going to help also because the other thing that he can do, right, is get close to the Centaur and prevent maybe
Exactly, the save
workhorse
coming
as well
in.
too, right? So we'll see if you can.
I think that this axe might give them a chance here, Tundra.
What?
There it is. 33's got it.
Juice with this Aegis, getting the push going. Crystallis just has to be so careful of how he shows himself now.
Yeah. The break, the silence,
Yeah.
it can just... It's the end of it.
It is. He has BKB, he has Refresher, but can just get popped.
The Dream Coil.
It's a buyback.
Still 4 minutes of the Aegis, of course, on this anti-mage. It's the top rack's gone. Now over towards the mid. They get the jump on him.
He
Put the borrowed time to run away.
Yeah, he knows. He's like, oh god, if I get stunned once, he almost immediately has to pop it. Does have the Refresher if he needs to use it. Has 60 seconds.
Navi's surely going to stick around. They feel so strong right now. Refresher shard on the Centaur. Aegis on the anti-mage. Navi.
Back.
He's going to toss back on and got the juice, but he's quickly out with the blink. Happy to stay onto the mid-barracks here. Can Tundra push him off? They've got everybody alive. Navi continue to poke and prod. The mid. Backs up. The toss back into the AoE Doom. They managed to catch PMA. They're throwing everything down onto the Centaur. PMA trying to get away, but the AoE Doom allows them to kill him off.
Looks pretty
Niku,
good.
So going to try and move forward for more, but Crystallis is in on top of them with the Abyssal Blade. The Saxa Avalanche comes in as well. Defensive disruption there from Zayas. Crystallis, he's got the borrowed time back up. They're able to kill off
Avalanche?
Niku and now look towards the anti-mage. That's the Aegis gone. On got the juice. PMA and Niku both coming in with the buyback. The Golem continues to push Niku in with the slam. Looking for BZM. Has to back off again as soon as the Doom comes out for 33. Got the juice.
Huge man.
Saxa will catch it.
Here we do him.
They've got anything else to follow up after the Doom, though. Disruption comes in again from Zayas, keeping him safe, allowing Got the Juice to get the BKB off. They'll now look towards Crystallis, caught outside him with the borrowed time on cooldown. Crystallis is in trouble. He's going to likely fall if they've got anything else to save him. He's able to get the blink off in the final moments. He will get back to the fountain, but of course the damage has been done. Na'Vi have got the Mega Creeps up against Tundra.
BZM.
On the BZM, who's not follow from PMA. BZM, he'll get blown up by the Mana Void. No buyback available on him. Na'Vi closing up the game here. Look at the ultra kill for Got the Juice. He's looking for that
Give him the
rampage
rampage.
over to 33. Got the Juice. Can he get the rampage? No.
Zayas.
That's a report and a kick. But Na'Vi, they've done it. This game looking very, very well done around this anti-mage. They had the potential with the draft. Tundra, they definitely gave them a challenge, but Na'Vi able to pull through and ensure that Got the Juice would be able to carry the game home.
Super fun game to watch, honestly. There was some really clutch little plays coming in. Zayats, some disruptions, extra little saves that they do. At the end there, we get to see the fun interaction, which I actually didn't get to see it much throughout the game because they amped in that BKB, but when you get disrupted, even if you come out versus that AoE Doom, you can get the BKB off.
That's
you get
true.
a frame to get that BKB off. So able to survive. I think he was fine anyway, but wow, that was a sick game, honestly.
Just so many saves. Yeah, they picked the anti-mage in prime position. And I said, it was a close game. This was a very exciting game. Tundra giving them quite the challenge. And I feel like I want to ask some of these Doom players, why not the Ags a little earlier? Is it just...
I mean, there's a lot of ways to play around it, right?
Yeah,
like perhaps if
but there's a lot of ways to play around the single target.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes they just don't like to have it, though, because like the 4 stabs and all this, it can just full out counter a 4,000 gold item. But yeah, we saw the effect of it a bit.
Because it looked kind of good in that last fight. It's like, all right, they're getting some kills.
They definitely did. They got that jump onto PMA, but yeah, Navi, the team fight really, just such great team fight execution across the majority of this game. But wow, this was one of the closer ones, I would say, in terms of like mid game where like the net worth and all that was looking where Tundra had net worth lead, but Navi actually had probably the advantage even versus that.
Yeah, no, looks like coming into the game two. I mean, you now got to respect, right? If you're against Navi, honestly, if you're against any of these teams, right? Because Anti-Mage is definitely a hero that any of the carries here at this tournament would be very happy to play. You got to watch out, right, in your drafts if you are giving the chance for an Anti-Mage to come through and sort of have the potential to have this sort of a game where everything kind of has to be executed perfectly to get a chance to kill him. I believe they only managed to kill him kind of 2 or 3 times in the total of this game, and that was definitely something that could have been seen at the beginning of this one.
Honestly, it really, when you look at it all, it looks like such a picture-perfect AM game in terms of what he's against, when it's like 90% magical damage, and he has 1, 2 different saves,
so many saves,
2 massive stunners that just follow up to be able to get him that control so he can go for anything. Yeah, super fun game.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent execution from Na'Vi to ensure that the draft plays through and they can get this win in game 1. Tundra, as I said, even though the anti-mage looked as great as it did, there were points of this game where it looked like, all right, Tundra, the execution was going to be there.
And there you see, yeah, that the disruption plus the BKB through the Doom still does exist. So, yeah, this was, I mean, for me, a pretty exciting game, even though it did start a little slow in terms of things, but that's going to happen with AM. It tends to be like this. This tournament is just crazy. TI, with 50-plus minute games and Earthshaker, I think we're just going to have so many of these.
Yeah. Obviously, this last moment, Zayas.
Right, he steals it.
was it a right click or something?
I think it may have been the disseminate, honestly.
Oh, coming in at it, yeah.
You can't really control some of that.
It's true. Because the morale boost of giving it, I'm sure Zayas.
Now with this new facet, with the Sand King facet, and with all these things being changed up. So let's see how that matchup ends up actually going here for Niku. As Navi getting absolutely everything they want. But I will say Tundra, they did get more early game as well, I would say, this time around than last time. Just having the Undying and the Shadow Demon and Crystallis being able to join fights with Nature's Prophet early. Probably some stronger early game, but Navi's is really strong. Constant ways to fight.
Because if Niku does get a good start to this, isn't it pretty difficult for Tundra to kill a Timbersaw?
I'm thinking the same thing.
That gets ahead?
I'm thinking the exact same thing. That's why, what were the last 2 bans? I was going to mention this.
From Tundra or Na'Vi?
From Tundra. Do you remember?
What were they banning out? They were banning out...
Oh, wait, why did I say from Na'Vi? My bad.
The last 2 bans from Na'Vi, they were banning out the mids. They banned out the Leshrac and the Quap.
And that's 2 massive spell... Thank you, that's reminding me. The 2 massive spell damage nukers that they're kind of lacking right now versus the Timbersaw potential in the later stages of the game, right? Like, early game right now, their damage can be pretty slow to ramp up. So this Timber could absolutely become pretty unkillable. Like, Lesh and Quap are the 2 highest overall damage dealers in terms of that case, so...
Oh, have a look. Unfortunate pause here. Is this a dead Undying? I think so, right?
I think so.
These 3 heroes should be able to get him.
They use the Thunder... yeah, I think
should be dead, right?
Yeah, does look like it. He's going to get a 3-man decay and live.
I mean, that is the thing. He's going to have the big decay and have a few stick charges, obviously, once they throw this down.
Let's see where he goes. No, he's not. Do they not skill the... They skilled the Shackles, but he got sprouted. Okay, so...
they'll get it.
I was like, Zayas, he didn't cast it. He got greedy with the right click, but didn't matter. And they'll be able to block the wave. So that wave, it's going to likely be under the tower. Crystallis, he's going to immediately run out to try to catch the wave.
We're trying to hold that one, yeah.
So it doesn't go under his tower. See if he's able to do so. Meanwhile, bottom, Sox is doing the exact same thing. This is just what people do.
And how are these side lanes looking? Is anybody going to struggle in these matchups?
Let's see. Perhaps the Magnus top, just because of the Undying factor, but let's see if Zayats is able to do the work of trading with an Undying, because it is one of the better heroes in terms of trading with Undying, because you have crazy high base damage. And it's important to point out, too, is he did go chicken fingers, Owen, so most people are going for the, the Giga Ward.
Yeah,
but I think this one is because of the laning phase in particular, that he wants to be able to trade more effectively with an Undying.
Let's see how well of a lane he can set up for PMA.
Yeah, they have a good position right now already. Like this is a very good position here for Navi because the lane's pushing. Double range creep. PMA is going to be very happy when you have that happen versus an Undying. I'll be glancing at the mid lane a lot. I feel like BZM is going to get away. He's going to be fine in here.
It just depends if the kind of the nukes from Niku add up too much for him. But yeah, we're seeing already the kind of the cost stake.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, is that you can harass back pretty decently inside the laning phase, and it's very unlikely that you do get hit from the double whirling deaths. That's usually the only way you die as a mid laner, a mid melee versus a Timber Saw, is if he does get that second whirling on you.
Ищет сражение.
Bottom lane. So far on the CS, 6-1 on the Bristle.
They're going aggro.
They didn't have enough damage to kill him. It's a lot of quill sprays there in return, so they have to be a bit careful.
Hey,
got the juice.
The damage.
He's just gets the stick charges, but
Way
he's
too
dead.
much. 6 stacks.
Oof. Got to be a bit more careful about how they go about trying to take down the Bristle. 33 survives.
They didn't really have to go for that either. They're farming fine. I guess someone made the call that they could try for it, maybe Riddies, and just not doing the numbers right. Zayats.
They'll get the courier, but they'll almost certainly get his life.
Yeah, I think this is what Tundra's looking to do in this game, is just have much stronger lanes in particular. Actually have kill threats as well, too, as we see up top. Lane for PMA. Still in a very good position, especially because the Tombstone is actually going to push it out even more. As we see it, I think it got onto 2 of the creeps, too. So it should push forward for him. But getting them some self-kills. Okay, it's actually, so, yeah, interesting to say, Niku's actually the one cutting the wave, or attempting to drag the wave away from the Sanking. He doesn't want to sit in the Sandstorm. And BZM going to throw him a high five because he actually caught the wave himself.
Yeah, I mean, probably means that this mid will just continue to see BZM be slightly ahead.
Yeah, does.
But Niku's still going to be able to grab and get the farm. Unlikely that we see anyone from Tundra make any early move over towards him.
Yep. But BZM will have an extra couple CS, absolutely. And all 3 lanes, yeah, looking really good right now.
I mean, bottom lane might start to get kind of tricky for the Doom.
Yep, teleport coming in. He's stuck.
He's very stuck between the disruptions and the Sprout.
Soxa did it himself. Sick disruption.
And they could keep doing this. This bottom lane is going to start getting pretty tough for Got the Juice to turn up to.
Hey, that's probably perhaps also why they were like, we're putting that Bristle in the off lane. It's a Bristle versus a Doom. So those quills can absolutely start to stack up. Pierceless, he gets his TP canceled from the Glimpse.
Yeah, we'll still be able to get through the Twin Gate.
Yep. Top.
Trying to go for Toby. He'll get one more decay off.
PMA now potentially in trouble also.
Christus is in with the backup, and with the Tombstone down, Na'Vi have got to run.
They're actually both going down.
He's dead, and indeed with the zombies building up against PMA. They have the stick charges, but the decay is there. That's a rough one. Both of these side lanes getting hit pretty hard.
I mean, absolute disaster. Going for the solo kill onto the Undying, and he kills you both. Whew. Mid lane going fantastic as well. So yeah, all 3 lanes at the moment in favor for Tundra.
Now, seemingly set something up really good here this time.
Yeah.
With the matchups.
Oh, and look at 33. He's going for, is this the old school? What was his name again? Dota-sama, whatever it was?
Yep, Dota-sama.
Yeah, right. He's going for the Perseverance first item with the no bracer to be able to stay on the map, stay in the lane as long as possible. Yeah, the Dota-sama build in particular, it was like the Lincolns into the Glimmer every single game on the Bristlebacks. Things changed, of course, but maybe he does go some route like that again in this game because it does feel very valuable with what he's playing against. He's getting disrupted bottom again, got the juice.
They're going to go straight for him with Sprouts down. The stick charges to keep him alive. It does have a Lotus and a Tango at the ready as well. So this time we'll survive.
He's not getting much out of this lane, Owen.
It's not easy.
He's... Okay, he'll be able to get himself out of this one. Missing out on another full wave, though. Catapult will hit the tower as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And next time...
Mid lane.
We'll start getting to get the kill. So Na'Vi able to put the pressure on there. Whilst the side lanes do continue to suffer. I mean, top lane PMA's got to be careful.
That's probably going to be what they have to do, is just play around Niku. Since he's got the chakram, he's got this level 6. He has good kill threat on, honestly, on all 3 cores, Owen.
And because this is the thing, right? Next time round, that sort of dive happens down bottom. If Niku is in position to TP and clean up, he can turn up and punish.
Absolutely. He's probably the one to look at for this early game now that these other lanes have gone a bit disastrously. And yeah, he has great kill threat on all these cores, so if he can close the gap with that chakram, it's very threatening. I made sure our obs did not miss that kill. Did you like that, by the way? Just scream out mid lane. No missing kills for the boys. Pulls, 30 seconds, Wisdom Rune. Or Shrine of Wisdom. Here comes Niku. Coming toward that bottom lane. Riddy's setting up with the glimpse.
Gonna indeed have that glimpse.
No kinetic field, but the damage.
It's a lot of burst. Saxa, can he do anything to help out here? He's gonna step forward, and indeed it's enough to sort of scare them off from continuing to try for the kill on 33.
Yeah, not enough burst there.
Same time, it is around the 7-minute wisdoms. So Na'Vi, they are going to have to deal with the fact that Tundra, they're going to be able to secure both of them for themselves. So Ice is trying to fight, but Toby's got the backup of BZM.
Oh, it's devastating. Devastating for Navi. Losing 2 lanes, losing both of your shrines. That's going to be so painful for these supports.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty experienced starved.
Yep. Experienced starved and just, money starved because they lost the lanes too.
Yeah.
So. Juice. Juice actually isn't as... I mean, he's poor, don't get me wrong, but Crystallis is also almost as poor as he is in a way. 3,000 net worth for the MP, but both of these heroes do have fast ways to accelerate their farm, either from the Wrath of Nature or from that Devour. So it should recover in time. Crystallis has hit 6, though, so can continue to join a lot easier, either with the TP or just with the Wrath. That extra burst could definitely come into play, the Wrath of Nature, even looking to maybe pop Niku in some situations, so we'll keep tabs of how big of Wrath of Natures he does get off.
TP coming in on the mid from Toby. He'll hold back on it, Saxa. Already with the disruption used, didn't have any further way to set up. So Na'Vi will be fine.
Arcane Rune at the ready for BZM.
So pretty hard
He goes in.
for them to commit onto Niku. Killing the Timber is not an easy job for Tundra.
No. There's actually Navi who are the ones attempting to perhaps go for that play there onto BZM, but Saxa in the area. BZM, is he looking to invade triangle here, check some stacks, or is he going to actually just look for the gank? Looks like they want to walk in.
Entering into this high ground, there's a bit tricky when Niku's around.
He's going to start working on it. He's got the Arcane Rune as well, too. So that cooldown is going to come up really quickly for him to move with the Sandstorm.
To get a few of those big ones there. BZM now off to the side. Toby drops the Tombstone. Get the decay off. And a big Nature's Wrath comes crashing through as well. Riddies is in trouble, and Toby survives. He's able to walk this off. PMA's going to try and chase him down. Will finally get him, but not before they lose 2 heroes themselves, Na'Vi, beyond the tower.
And Toby just instantly respawns anyway since he's an Undying.
And BZM can weigh out this Doom. It's not going to kill him.
Nope. Oh, big plays. I mean, Tundra, every single one of these moves is really hitting. They try to go for killing this Tombstone, but then the Wrath of Nature bounces through. How much did that do? Quite a lot.
Should be able to have a chance of getting Saxa in.
They've got the skewer.
And BZM was considering if he could do anything to try and help out, but it's not going to be the case. Does help PMA get that little bit closer towards that Blink Dagger, about 1,700 gold towards it.
He's actually quite rich. He's going to have it quite a bit earlier than I anticipated. And that's actually pretty big. In terms of how he can catch like the Nature's Prophet, if he does get an early Blink Dagger, it is threatening. Crystallis, the thing is, Nature's Prophet will just show in other lanes, or in other places, so he won't really get caught from the Magnus. But
this wrap around top, I mean, Zyx is trying to get the angle onto Crystallis.
He's got the wards.
He's going to find him.
He's going to drop him.
TPs are coming in. Just trying to protect himself here with the Sprout. Reddy's coming in the side with the Thunder Strike. They have the defensive destruction buying some time for him. PMA is trying to step forward. He'll have to skew away from Chrysalis. Chrysalis will die. PMA gets the shockwave off. But the poisons are stacking up. 33 chases the Magnus down. PMA will fall, but ultimately Na'Vi, they'll get the double for Niku. Can they get away from 33? Looks like they should be able to split and survive. Maybe Zayat ends up getting caught here because BZM is TPing over. They're going to try and find him in the trees.
He's got Tranquils. He'll get fast in this for a second.
And they have the glimpse.
He should be fine.
Yeah, between the two of them. He can have the stick charges. He don't even need it. He can just wait out the mana for the TP.
Oh, just kidding. Chris is here. All right, he's not going to go.
Yeah, no chance for TP now. The BZM's in and are ready with the Burrow Strike. So they'll get him at the end of it all. But Na'Vi definitely with that, able to still find something from that aggression, diving the tower.
Oh, definitely. They got quite a bit there. I mean, got the juice, got some space also to get closer to his Midas. He still is, honestly, he's still super poor. Christos has fully recovered himself. This Doom, not quite the case yet, but some time bought for Na'Vi with that play.
And next fight, they will have this Blink Dagger on PMA, and of course didn't use the RP in that last engagement, so they'll have the Blink ult potential. Still not quite having the 6 yet on Riddies, which is going to be quite an important thing. Once that's there, they've got a lot of follow-up, right, between the Blink RP and then the Static Storm and the Doom. It's a lot to deal with if it gets thrown down onto one of the cores of Tundra.
Man, you know what, honestly, too, Na'Vi is a very honest way of playing forward. They don't go Dominator. They don't go Dominator Magnus. They went Dominator Anti-Mage, but
they did.
They didn't go the Dominator on the Magnus that we've seen, I think, a couple games so far.
Yeah, we had it, but Amar had a very good game with the Dominator into Blink.
I honestly, in like these type of situations, when you know your Doom is suffering so much, I feel like this is the play where you're going to go try to make some space probably for him. But
sure.
It all depends on team to team, so.
Clear out the stack. This is going to pretty much keep got the juices, Midas Gold.
Yeah, he's got it done.
Now, do they want to go smoke up and look for a play? Because 6 has also been hit now in Riddies, so they have the full combo to follow up PMA's Blink Initiation.
Not really the healthiest, though. PMA is less than half HP, and Juice has nothing, so maybe they have to wait, heal up, and then potentially look for it there. Got the Juice gets spotted by this ward for a second there, and he shows 200 HP. I don't know if they're going to make a move on him, but he did show under that ward on the far left with 200 health.
There's one thing they've definitely got going right, with Niku in a good spot on the Timber. He could probably feel pretty safe walking out on the map in most places, right?
Yes, absolutely. At this point, unless they have the Sanking, he's pretty safe on Niku.
They'll find him here in the trees. The kill here for BZM. 3-1 and 2 so far.
Double 10. Keeping himself matched up versus Niku in terms of net worth and experience with these rotations. Yeah, I think BZM just, the only way they kill the Timber Saw is if BZM's there right now.
Yeah,
he gets that epicenter.
Yep.
Niku.
And PMA's making his way down. Saxa could be in trouble. Riddies is going to have the glimpse to try and drag him back. They'll drop the Static Storm for this one. Niku brings in the burst damage. It's going to be Saxa dead.
Even showing PMA, I mean, displaying that they have that Blink Dagger finished just to go for that type of kill. 33. Is he about to have it done? Yeah, he is. He's about to have that Lotus actually finished up, so rather than going for that Lincolns that we used to see, the Lotus definitely feels very effective this game versus the Shaman and that Doom.
I mean, they can smoke up and go again here.
They are.
Na'Vi. They still have the RP, the Doom.
Maybe probably looking for BZM or Crystal, I'd imagine.
One of those would be the big ones, absolutely. If they can slow down.
Looks like it's attempted for BZM because they're looking to play around that power rune. Maybe they wait and try to bait it. Just kidding. Niku's just going to grab it. They're going to go to Forest. BZM shows.
He jumps. He's taken the bait. He tried to go in upon them. There's the RP into the skew, and that's BZM gone. Zayat's with the bait, and BZM falls for it. Toby's going to get caught here by the shackles. He'll drop the tombstone, but they'll easily be able to kill him off and just farm the tombstone on top of it.
What? Toby just walked in and gave a ton of gold. Actually, he just gave, what, 700 gold to the team? It looked like the call was already made. Like, Saxa was already completely out of there when BZM gone on.
That's a bit rough. And
surprising he finished that TP.
And those timings there now, I think pretty much as soon as that happened, Niku, he's got a Blink Dagger on the way out. Zayat has got one as well.
Wait, what? Zayat has a... Wait, what? He is farmed. That is dangerous for sure.
Like, this is a lot of jump. They have so much jump on lockdown. The catch, it's absolutely there for Na'Vi. And as long as kind of what Niku is around, they will have the burst.
Wow, I mean, that's crazy how fast. As a 0-5 Shadow Shaman? Holy moly, yeah, 16. He just got super rich in the last few minutes. Sure. absolute dream for Zayats, getting so much. And they have Static Storm back available, so they could look to go for another play. And on the meanwhile, got the juice. He's gotten that space. He's recovering. Devour plus Midas kicking in.
Yeah. And I guess this is the thing, right? When you look at both of the lineups, especially at this point with these Blinks online, and Navi, they've got many heroes that can kind of start a play, whereas with Tundra, they kind of need BZM, right?
Yeah,
BZM,
it has to be.
He's the one to start off the action. The rest of them can kind of walk in, you know, to the fight. But when it comes to Blink, Stun, Jump, it's all on BZM. So if BZM kind of gets caught in those situations where he takes the bait or he gets found first, it's so much harder for Tundra to get a surprise jump onto NAVI as opposed to all of the options NAVI's heroes have.
Absolutely, and I was literally about to mention this, and I think Soxa needs a Blink Dagger, right? Because as we're seeing in these fights, the repositioning that happens after the initiation, how is the SD or the Undying going to save?
Oh, and bottom, that's the Epi. PMA's able to get away from it.
Oh, he didn't blink, but he doesn't feel like he needs to.
He's got backup, and he's got Blink RP in a second. Tundra's got to get away from him. Jump forward, there's the Blink RP onto BZM. He's caught by the shackle. Sax is going to try and step up, but he can't get in range for the save in time.
Crystallis.
Tundra, can they fight back? Static Storm's going to get dropped down upon him. Niku, he's in on top of him, but Crystallis has hit him pretty hard. Niku will fall. Crystallis gets the kill.
He's alive.
See if he can get out of this. He should be fine. Nothing else from Navi able to throw down upon him. So Crystallis turning up just when necessary there with that Mjolnir, having enough to take Niku down.
Very well played there from Crystallis to show up, showing how strong he is with the Mjolnir too, right? The static charge throws it onto himself.
Yeah, popping off.
Inside of that static storm, it did a ton of damage. I don't think Niku expected to go down there to this.
Yeah.
They did overlap a bit though, Navi. The initial jump there, the RP was not necessary. They already got the jump from Zayats, they got the Hex and the control, so not saving that RP ends up actually hurting them a bit for the further scenario.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close game though, 10-14.
It is.
A lot of kills this time too. I think a lot of games that I've seen have been like 3-6 or 5-6. We have 24 kills in 17 minutes. This is quite exciting so far. Both teams being very active, looking for the fights. The old cooldowns soon to all be back up.
About halfway in onto the Aghanims. I mean, definitely, you know, in the next moments though, the next sort of fights that Tundra go for, they've got to be a bit more careful around BZM, right? Saxa has to be closer or BZM can't get caught out as he has been the last two plays. Sure, last one they were able to redeem it with Crystallis turning up, but even then it was very close. Crystallis got very, very low, so that they have to ensure that BZM is not getting caught out as he has been the last two times.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Honestly, if Navi didn't make those little mistakes there, right, with some of their spell sequences, then they could have potentially probably lost Crystallis as well, so. BZM will look to defend. Really slowed down the push a decent amount here. Fair bit of damage though from these
Serpent Wards are still doing a fair bit.
Yeah, he got, I mean, almost the entire tower here from that. And Zayats, yeah, he's very rich. Going for the lens next. Carrying those smokes, ready to make the moves. Looks like they, on the side of Navi, waiting perhaps for that next item timing. Niku is about to have a BKB.
Oh, the 33's considering starting off the Roshan.
They're scouting.
This is not an easy Rosh to go for.
No.
Like,
But
Navi have the old sub.
Niku's not really the most healthy on mana, though, and it looks like he wants to finish the BKB before looking for any fight, so they might just give this up.
I guess so. It does look like Navi's not going to be getting here in time.
Yep.
Yeah, with the Goose stacks up and Crystallis coming in with the punches, they actually do take it pretty quickly. So Tundra, they'll get that Aegis secured easily on Crystallis.
Heads up play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Navi, that's a choice, right? They're like, they could go to try to fight around there, but they're waiting for these items. PMA, the Ags was coming out in the Courier. The BKB was finishing up for the Timber. Got the Juice also. I mean, I don't think he was going near anything extra in particular, but looks like they didn't want to risk their timings to go for a fight that they didn't feel confident in.
They'll be able to finish off the tier 1 bottom, but finding a team fight will be a little more complicated with that Aegis on Crystallis. As we saw earlier, you know, he turns up. Sure, even if you're able to kill him twice, he's going to get so much damage out before you're able to take him down 2 times.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get caught completely separate at the start, just die twice because of the crazy catch that Navi has with the glimpse. And they do place this deep vision, so they did get in and sneak into the triangle there and place a high ground ward. So that could actually potentially catch people rotating. Tundra, they're going to look to just set up for that Tormentor. Does that ward see it? Yeah, I think it saw them for a moment.
Still though with this Bristle, they can take these objectives very, very quickly.
Yeah, no way to get there in time to contest.
That's quite a nice one as well. So what's the shard here for Toby?
He gets the free save.
Exactly right. That's what they're looking for. So now they have that on top of the disruption, and also very close to having the Greaves as well done by Toby. So a lot of ways to protect heroes like BZM if he is getting caught at the start of the fight.
Interesting that he goes to finish the Greaves. Not really anything in particular. He's like dispelling, right? Like at all. I guess it's just he wants the extra benefit from the Greave when they get low. On top of anything, is it just the frequency you can use it? But interesting. Ag's done for the Sand King.
And the BKB on the other side here for Got the Juice.
Okay. I mean, Navi, they hit the 3 timings that they wanted to. So they're going to look for a fight even though they're into this Aegis.
Oh, BZM. He's going to drop the Epi just on Riddies.
Oh, right. They go for another target here.
Got the Juice has got the BKB if he feels threatened. He's holding on to President now. Jump for PMA. He'll get the Horn Toss here on it. The 2 of them skewer back into the RP. Got the Juice, pops the BKB. BZM's he's gone. The damage is done. Tundra, they're going to try and fight on underneath the tier 2, but the wards are dropped down. Zayat's blocking them off. Static Storm as well, trapping Toby. Niku comes in with the damage to cut him down.
Navi is defending this tower very well.
And they might not. Let's see if they can get anything more here, Navi. Just going for the TP out. He'll make it away. But Navi, knowing that they can try and go for this sort of action, even though it's Tundra having the Aegis on their carry. I mean, BZM, he really wanted that Disruptor dead. But again, it's another fight where he ends up dead on the Sand King.
Overcommitment for sure. They just get an easy catch onto him there. A buyback come out from Riddies, but either way.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
PMA.
Actually, a dieback from Riddies, to be honest. He dies almost instantly right afterwards. And he did glimpse the Bristle back away when he was held down, so a little slight mistake there, but... Navi, they know their strength when they have these timings of items. They know that their draft is very, very powerful to fight, even into Aegis. Tundra got to be a little more careful. That also was the reveal of that Aghanims, so now they do know that that Horn Toss is up and going. Got the Juice. You saw right there the damage that he can do. On top of him being empowered and the Alpha Wolf, one attack took BZM down, I think, like half of his HP.
Yeah, they've got pretty excellent burst.
They do.
In terms of different damage types coming in between the Doom and the Timbersaw to follow up on these setups from PMA.
Riddies, I'm surprised he's walking over here without attempting for a D ward first, because he just died here. And he'll confirm that there is that ward there. And he'll play with his life again. I thought he might know that that one was there, but maybe he thought it was further south since he placed the sentry there. But what? He's got a PMA. There you go.
We do have RP back up. Looks like, I mean, if it's a Disruptor dead, they probably just have to let this tier 2 go.
Yeah, it looks like they're dropping it. They were set up potentially for bottom if someone came in, but it's Crystallis who still has the Aegis, so won't be able to go for that kill. And Crystallis actually will just farm all of the Serpent Wards there, so extra influx of gold for him.
Yeah, he's going to start getting pretty out of control, Crystallis.
Yep.
He's going to have a lot of space on the map to freely farm, top net worth, and unless they can find some sort of solid fight or jump, it's difficult for Navi to close that gap.
Yeah, he's got top net worth, and he has some really good heroes that can pull the attention to them, right? He's got the Bristle, the Sanking, the Undying that are going to force spells on.
But do they want to make the jump on 33? They're going to try. With the skewer back into the Doom, it's a very easy kill for them to have. Toby's got to be careful, steps up, drops a Decay and a Tombstone. And I don't know if he's getting out of this one. There's a Thunderstrike upon him. He's going to get the backup of Crystallis. Crystallis TPing in, tries to get the Sprout to Riddies, but Riddies is able to break his way out of it. Niku with the remainder of his BKB can also Timber Chain away. So Toby will survive.
Okay,
Off the side, BZM, he's in with the epicenter jump onto Zayats. Zayats will fall.
PMA was thinking about jumping in and going for Crystallis, but didn't have the Horn Toss up just yet. Didn't actually go for it. That Bristle died in an instant, and by the way, this is before Hexbreak is online.
Very much shown. They can kill 33 very easily.
Yeah.
Does still mean, though, as we saw in that situation, when they do drop the spells down onto the Bristle, Chrysalis, he's more than ready to assess the situation, knows he can turn up and have very little to interrupt him. Sure, didn't quite get the kills that he was hoping for, but was very secure in how he turned up. And once things have been thrown on the bristle, there's not a lot left to target the Nature's Prophet with, which in future fights could get a bit scary for Na'Vi if they don't hold something back ready for when Chrysalis TP's in.
That's exactly what I was going to say, right? Like, the Doom was absolutely unnecessary there. He died in a fraction of a second. So I think in these further situations, I think Juice is going to save it either for BZM or probably for Chrysalis in most situations now. Level 13 on Zayat, so 2 levels until Hexbreak is online versus that Bristleback, of course. And how's the BKB? PMA pretty close to it. All right, maybe never mind. Maybe they will actually have to throw that Doom onto the Bristol, because now he went BKB. So now it actually might force the issue of having that, since they won't be able to just throw the spells up from the Timber onto him. So I like this itemization actually from 33 this time around. Glad to see him not building Dominator. Honestly, it's like it's been so many games that I've seen him do it now, and just seeing more of a more normal thing.
Yeah, not a single Dominator this game, right?
Nope.
Dominator free this time.
This is nice, honestly. It's quite relaxing. Niku, Mystical Whispers of the Dread. Very nice for him. And an amp damage and level 18. His damage spike has gone up massively. And he's got the Aghanims, so if he does see somebody, he could just insta-pop them here with the damage burst. Someone gonna show?
No, it was close to that.
Yeah. It does. If he actually connects with anyone there with the amp damage, it's like 2,000 plus damage, because it's 800 plus amp plus your double chakrams and whirling. So you can effectively just insta-kill somebody if you time it perfectly.
NAVI looking for a smoke opportunity. Can they actually find anyone though? Tundra in pretty safe spots.
Do they have the timing yet though? Because I remember they were like very close to the BKB on PMA. It looks like they're making the move before he has it done. He's selling the bracer, but it's going to take a moment for it to come out to him.
So if they can catch anyone around the tier 2 mid. Tundra, who are they going to show? At the moment, just safely trying to clear the wave with Zaxa.
Tundra seems to know this is up. Looking at their posture on the map at the moment. Zaxa starting to inch forward here.
Yeah, they look at the opportunity. Boots back now onto 33. Na'Vi not quite finding the angle they hoped for.
Okay, I mean, the Shadow Purge, the Shadow Demon ult is pretty important, I would say, in this game, especially versus Niku, to get rid of that reactive armor. So they don't have that up for the next 60 seconds if they do want to make a play onto him.
They are super close to the Silver Edge on Got the Juice.
Oh, dude, he's starting to get pretty scary. The damage that he's going to do versus a lot of these heroes is insane, because he's got that level advantage. The level pain really starts to add up when you've got this plus Empower plus the Alpha Wolf.
Same to be said there for Chrysalis, so he's just finished his full Daedalus.
This is going to be some crazy damage if they're able to connect onto each other.
Yeah, somebody's got to have the jump ready for Chrysalis when he turns up to the fight. If he gets to just sort of stand there and right-click away, this Nature's Prophet is going to be pretty beautiful for Tundra.
If he can turret, he can absolutely do it. And like we said before, he does have some pretty good heroes that are going to be absorbing the spells on the front line. And they do have a BKB now for BZM, so quite a bit safer. Level 18 also has been hit for him, so max Epi online.
I'm definitely looking for action themselves, Tundra.
Not level 20 yet, looking to invade Riddies.
Tundra's heading in.
Even Riddies is a big kill because he's got the gem.
Toby is ready to get the vision down. For Saxon, not quite able to get the disruption onto Got the Juice whilst he was under the sentry.
Now they might smoke themselves after that. They are.
Especially around this sort of timing, Roshan. There's going to be a point of contest for both of these teams.
Hey, they're starting it. Na'Vi looking for the wraparound here.
Yeah, Toby trying to sort of block off any sort of smoke play from the trees, but Na'Vi's going to be able to make their way around it. PMA tries for the blind horn toss, not going to find anyone.
They have a ward there, so they did see PMA.
Niku is going to show as well now.
Tombstone dropped already, very early on a low ground.
Toby's going to walk into this.
Hey, whoa. Like, he respawns, right? He's got it up, so he is back, but doesn't have Tombstone. That was That was very aggressive from Toby.
Probably someone on the team was like, bro, go out there, check if they're there. And then he's like, yep, they're there.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, dropping the tombstone too. Even though he's back, his tombstone's not going to be back for 50 seconds. And that's going to break a bit of this positioning. They do get the lane shoved in.
And they're going to fall back from the Roshan.
But they're setting up for the bottom Roshan, right? It's gonna
that's true. You're right. Okay. NAVI themselves ready to start TPing over one by one to get over.
Okay, so this is cool. They're going to look to still contest for this Rosh from this angle. It looks like that is going to be the case from them. Oh, Toby. Look at his positioning right now. Tombstone back up in 20 seconds for him.
All right, getting some good info. Oh, clearing out some of the trees. But
Niku?
BZM's looking to go. Some of the Burrow strike onto Niku. At the same time, Toby's ready to jump out here with the ult to try and chase them down, but he's going to get surrounded. Static Storm down onto the two of them. Toby will try and get his way out on the heal up with the creeps. He'll live. He's caught in the Sprout. Crystallis has the damage easily to take out the carry Doom, and now they're ready to turn and chase for more. BZM jumps forward in with the BKB. They're going to catch on to Zayats. Riddies, he's going to offer the TP out, but Sprout's down onto Zayats. Zayats gets caught as well by Crystallis. Niku will be able to run away. But as we're seeing, Crystallis can find his spot in the fight. He will clean up any of these cores very, very quickly.
This was a nice one there from Toby, right? This one, he's in a prime position, pops the ult, just runs in. He forced, what, 2-3 spells onto himself, and then he just sees the Doom. Crystallis gets him trapped. He's stuck, literally the worst possible place for the Doom to be in. Stuck between all the trees and then sprouted.
Roshan will be theirs. Crystallis.
Now he's got protection of Aegis as well versus these big ultimates. And almost a satanic Niku.
He's got to respect the damage here of this Nature's Prophet.
He truly does.
Oh, one toss. Quick catch on a Saxo. Get the defensive disruption off, and Crystallis is ready up there. TP and aggressively looks towards Riddy. MA will hold him back with the RP, but they have to run Na'Vi. They're not going to get the chance. BZM's in with the Burrow Strike onto Niku. PMA is able to get the skewer off. Timber chains back up. And the chase continues. Saxa dropping there onto Niku. BKB's there, but the Timber chain's not going to catch it. He's going to try for the TP out, but the right clicks are too much. Crystallis cleans up another.
Was he short on the chain? I guess so. He just didn't hit the tree. Ends up going down because of that when Tundra now have blown the game open.
Yeah, they're getting a lot. Lead. And these hits are only going to get harder because the AC is pretty much done on 33, so you add that into the mix as well. You just can't stand anywhere near this Nature's Prophet. No. You have to get something thrown down on him. They'll catch him in with a horn toss.
Let's see if the tier 4 does.
Back, but Saxon's in with a disruption. Drop the Serpent Wards down. Crystallis, he's ready to fight them under the tier 4. Heal it up as well. Got the juice. He's going to die through the BKB. He's dead for 80. They can't deal with the Prophet.
How's got the juice popping his Satanic to fight, but he couldn't hit anything.
And there's the jump. BZM in with the BKB episode. He catches both the supports. That side to Riddy's gone as well.
How quick things have just accelerated. Crystallis, 8, 1, and 10. Pretty much flawless performance from him.
I'd say this mid set of racks, maybe even the top one as well. They can't go for the bottom. Tier 2 still there. They could try and threaten the game maybe. They're hitting pretty hard and fast here with this Nature's Prophet.
It's a lot of time still for that Doom, 50 seconds.
I mean, PMA can look for a horn toss into the skewer soon, so Tundra do have to respect the fact that the play's there for the Magnus.
Let's see what they get. Satanic for Crystallis.
He's going to be able to grab one of them. Disruption's there in time. Niku's back up in a second. They'll get the Shockwave. A lot of burst here with the Chakram as well. Right on the Lotus as well onto BZM. He's fine. With the Tombstone.
Great disruptions from Saxa. This Blink plus Lens.
Tier 4s are gone. Ancient's now exposed. PMA in with another jump. Gets the Shockwave and his Skewer back into the Hex. They've got the burst to bring him down. Maybe not though. The Soul Repeals comes in. Doesn't matter. Explosions there for Niku to finish off 33. See what they can go for now. Toby won't be able to defend his Tombstone. And almost certainly just be the sacrificial lamb here, buying space for the rest of Tundra to get out of there. And indeed, Na'Vi have to try and chase, but the rest of Tundra should be able to safely escape. Great damage done. They take the mid set of racks, they get the 2 tier 4s.
Very nice disengage, only losing these 2. I thought perhaps they might get one more if the Glimpse was able to connect, but not the case. Crystallis now has hit level 25. TP is going to be all over the place. He can be everywhere. And they had to literally bring them into the fountain to be able to hold on to this game for now. Na'Vi need to have a much better attempt at execution for these team fights, because so far, Crystallis has just been able to stand his ground. Stand way too strong. He's just never getting caught inside of it now. And all it really takes, that one fight. And look at the graph. Kind of tells the tale a lot of this game. Things were slowly building up. Na'Vi maybe getting an inch of hope, and then wham!
Zayats. He's going to get the Serpent Wards down.
He has the gem. It's a big kill.
Backup's coming in from Niku. But yeah, Zayats is gone. And now Niku's got to be careful himself around Crystalis.
Niku.
The disruption set up on a Riddies. Riddies also to fall. Easy kills here for Crystalis to clean up.
And Tundra Saksa can just go down and pick up that gem that was dropped from earlier.
And now they're ready to push in.
Another TP. Looking for more.
Oh, that burst shot. BZM. They'll get the catch on Niku. Crystalis is ready to just TP into the base. They get the Horn Toss. Skew as well. It's not quite enough to drag him into the fountain, though. Get him ever so close. Not quite in range. Got the juice, steps in. Infernal Blade dropped down onto Crystalis, but they have to respect the fact there's still that Aegis to burst through it.
Keep an eye on that skewer.
PMA, has he got any play in time here? BKB's out from Crystalis. Chance for a skewer. Niku.
Niku's in.
He's getting in very aggressive. He's pretty low here on the Timber Saw. And I'm pushing Tundra back for now. Still about 20 seconds or so until they'll have both supports back in the game, Navi.
They have this, I mean, this ward, they now know it's there because that Wrath of Nature that bounced through, but it's seeing everything. They'll be able to get the D ward here. Oh, wait, is that right out of the range? It is.
Oh, PMA off the mark.
Oh, no, they got it. Just kidding.
Get the Horn Toss.
BZM.
It's the jump, BZM. He's able to get the burst strike combo straight away on a PMA. PMA will get the BKB and the skewer off. He'll get himself over the Ancient. Trying to get away from these epi hits. It's so low, but he's not going to survive. Crystalis gets in, finishes him off. There's no threat to Magnus dragging them into the fountain now with him dead for a minute. Look at the shackles on Crystalis, but Crystalis can just stand his ground as the lockdown comes to an end. The takeout got the juice. Niku just trying to push back against the supports, but Toby's able to heal up. They're stacking up the damage onto the Timber. Niku has to get out of his own base. He can't hold the defense for now. Crystalis onto the Ancient, ready to close this one up. As Navi, they had the fortification, but just with the three of them, have they got any way of stopping this Nature's Prophet? I don't think they do. Zayats, he's going to try. He's in with the Hex and the Serpent Wards and the Shackles, but the defensive disruptions there from Saksa. Without their carry, without their offlane, Navi, they cannot get them off the throne. This game, it's over. GG is called. Tundra will take game 2 and push this series to a game 3.
An appropriate game 3. Much, much better game from Tundra this time around. Navi, couple little sloppiness, definitely adding up in this one. Some spells that perhaps they didn't need to throw onto some targets. And then just really that bottom fight, which wasn't really even too much of a fight, actually. It was Toby just getting the jump in, starting Crystalis, getting that Sprout, which led them to get the Roche and get this huge advantage to snowball in it.
Yeah, no, both times kind of seen the carries get to show off, right? We had the game 1, this anti-mage from got the juice. This game 2, Crystalis giving a pretty perfect performance on the Nature's Prophet, doing everything necessary. And I will say as well, when it comes to the picks, the draft, that Bristle ended up working out very nicely.
It was beautiful.
In terms of getting these objectives, especially in those early bits of the game where things were kind of close, it did allow them to stack up with the Goo, get that Roshan, get the Tormentor, which got that shard timing. It all worked out and fell into place very, very nicely for them. And yeah, we're getting a game 3, folks.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, thankfully we are. I know we've had a lot of game 3s today, and it's been a pretty long one for only having 3 best of 3s in the day.
I mean, both days have been pretty insane. The amount of Dota and the quality of Dota has been probably what some of the best for the first 2 days of a road to TR.
No, absolutely. And this game, I would say, for Tundra, I really liked the way that they adapted and made their early game so much stronger and better. I think this might be one of the better early games I've seen from them in this tournament. Rather than them playing in some recovery mode, it was them just ready to fight at almost all times.
Yeah, and BZM, sure, kind of in the mid-game, a few times they were able to catch him out, but at the end, he really pulled it back together. And definitely showed, as we saw in the draft, it seemed like Navi felt that this was not going to be a mid-sanking. They were banning out these other mids, considering that BZM didn't maybe want to play it to this Timbersaw matchup. And we saw at the end it didn't matter. BZM able to get these jumps onto the Timber specifically and have enough damage to set up for these final few plays. We see it here. This was the big one, honestly. Catching PMA and bringing him as low as he was. If PMA was able to survive this, Navi, they probably would have been able to hold on because they would have had that chance for these Horn Toss RP skewers into fountains. But with him dead, with no buyback, their hopes were over.
Yeah, their hopes were really over. Honestly, like that the whole bottom thing that led to that Roche was just, it was so disastrous for Got the Juice. It's like he's online, he has all his items, and he just gets sprouted and he's stuck in trees and just dies and does next to nothing. So, yeah, well played from Tundra, and yeah, an appropriate game 3 for sure. And this might have been, it's so funny, this might have been one of the faster games on a 36-minute game. It's one of the faster games of the tournament.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. What's actually been the fastest game?
We've had like a 20-minute, right?
In the series over on the mainstream that we just have, right? Some of those games probably shut down pretty quickly.
Probably, yeah. We do believe so. We got a couple 30-minuters for sure, but still, a 36-minute here, pretty fast one, even though there's a crazy amount of farm in this and some level 25s. Because, honestly, the Morphling matchup versus the Brood is also an interesting one. You don't want to skill Insatiable Hunger.
That is true.
Remember, I have to throw back.
Yeah, that's...
You got to wait. It takes a moment.
You don't want to put a skill point on.
Exactly. So, eventually the matchup can be where if you accidentally put skill points in your Insatiable, I believe the shard is still the same, right? It is, too. So you have to be careful because you can just give this crazy potential for Morph. He probably just ends up not skilling it and just plays the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't skill it right.
All right, let's see.
You will regret skilling it.
Let's truly see what ends up going down here.
And
besides that, I don't think we see anything too far out of the ordinary.
All right.
Okay.
Game 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here NAVI versus Tundra. Both teams at the moment here on the road to the TI are 1 and 2 in their series performance so far.
Road to the TI? I heard you.
Road to the what?
You said road to the TI.
Yeah, that's true. It's like saying ATM machine and stuff.
Machine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or pin number.
Oh.
That's a classic.
Looking for the first blood.
Yep.
The Mirana specialty as well, too, from back in the days. Can't quite find it there. Let's see what Zayats is going to do also, right? Because we don't get to see that much of the Mirana. Actually, a decent amount here, but curious to see what he's going to do because he has his own approach to a lot of these heroes since he is a hero specialist. Stun from BZM.
And with 3 bounty runes.
3 bounties.
Tundra to start things up.
There's a slight chance mistakes.
And yeah, what about this? So the DK in the mid as well. Something that I feel we've not been seeing too often.
No.
Nice chill mid to just put mid against that Sand King matchup.
Yeah, I guess, but also, let's see if he can even pressure, right? Because the Sand King can just trade back with him with the Sandblast when he's got that applied debuff too, so we'll have to see how that one ends up going. I feel like Niku's going to be, I think he's going to be better in this one than with the Timber for some reason. I feel like he'll be able to just have a bit of a better start, at least. And yeah, let's see how much the Necrotic Webs, how much they come into play. I'm going to be continuing to look down here because you're gonna see when he tries to shift, you know, when he tries to eat tangos, get Warlock healed up, it's a lot more pathetic than intensity.
Man, it scales up pretty, like, the numbers.
The first one is terrible.
Yeah, but it's like 10, 30, 50, 70.
Yes.
That's a big number. Not many other spells kind of go 7x their effectiveness at the, compared to level 1 to level 4.
Yeah, definitely not. And also, do have to point out though is it's a change, but it's been now here for some time. Is you have to stay inside the network.
Yeah, so you have to be on the same connection as as that of those that you want to affect with the Necrotic Web debuff.
Because what the Broods were doing before that, where they were just placing webs in every lane, and nobody had restoration. It was very silly.
Yeah,
so
that was.
This was a.
This is a serious game.
Change. Yes.
None of that silliness. Absolutely.
No. And with Pugnut also, I always say it, I said it last game and the other game too, Pugnut, one of the best harassers too inside laning phase aspect, so with that health restoration that gets reduced, he's just hitting them. He's literally just right-clicking them.
Yeah, we'll see the build.
I'm watching
Helmet
bottom.
Dom. Well, yeah, what are we getting?
I mean, I'm watching bottom because they're trading a ton, so there could be a moment where the kill just happens.
Yeah. Navi definitely living on the edge here, these two in the lane.
Mm-hmm. He's got Incapacitating Bite too. This is also incredibly strong level 1 ability. 30% miss chance, level 1. So you're able to trade pretty much with anybody in the game in that laning phase.
I mean, I've got to imagine as well, when you do this against this Morphling, you've probably taken the smile away off Got the Juice's face pretty quickly, right? Because he was planning his lovely little lane where he's playing a Morphling with the Warlock, nice and safe, all the heals, and then suddenly, no, it's not going to happen. There's a Brood ruining your day.
He's going to shift all the way down, get out of the web, get that tango going.
Yeah, pop that one, maybe.
Yep. There you go. Back up to full he is. But 13 and 6 on 33.
Yeah, he's going to get free farm down.
He's getting so much out of this. So already the pick is working in terms of laning phase. Mid lane, we can glance really quick at the CS. Niku, he's doing better. He's definitely doing a bit better than he was doing on that Timbersaw in terms of versus the Sand King here. And Riddies, Sox is going aggro.
He's going to have him.
Fairy fire.
One more right click. Yeah. Is it enough? Not quite. He'll live.
So close, but look at that pathetic tango, barely healing Riddies up.
And still just, got the juice, just can't get the easy farm.
I mean, it's level 2 webs are online. Now it's 30% reduction. You're truly seeing the devastation.
This is some big brain stuff coming in with the Brood this game.
Whoever called, I mean, it must have been 33 who said it, right?
Completely shaken up what Na'Vi were hoping to do.
It's like, oh, they're playing a full sustained safe lane with Warlock Morph. This is literally the most disgusting thing that you could probably do versus them in terms of shutting down their early potential of that lane. 21-8. So, and besides that too, Owen, it's like, it's the heal negation, but then also we have to say it.
Yep.
Which hero is going to go down there when he's got spiders online? Who wants to deal with it? There's not really too many. Mirana, Warlock, nope. We'll have to say. Yep.
Of course, as we're seeing at the moment, though, for all the sort of pressure that's been put on down bottom, similar stuff is happening top. Now, when it comes to safe lane farm,
very true. Good call.
Crystallis is only getting kind of as much as that have got the juice on the other side. So. Overall, keeping things close here. Balanced on the side lanes, each side. How much the off lane is getting relative to the carries.
I will say, though, that Juice is likely to get pushed out of the lane at some point, where I don't really see Crystallis getting pushed out of the lane up here, right? Especially once he's got the Dominator finished up, which will be pretty quick. Feels like he'll be able to stand his ground up here while the Morph might just get pushed away. Good connection there with that waveform, actually, on top of the Fatal Bond. They got a good chunk of damage onto 33. Things are getting a bit better for him. Kind of.
Now, the mid lane continues to be very chill.
Yep.
For both BZM and Niku. BZM, of course, trying to min-max by getting some of those neutrals as well.
Okay, so he's doing the the old school Malrine that I used to like to call it, where he's just full out maximizing. He'll be able to get a good early neutral item out of it as well too. Arrow.
Trying to chase down Sobi here. Quick dodge of the arrow. Yeah, may get him range for the Hoostomp. Not quite, a little early on that one.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Warrior, Sox is able to get. Just looking at the Morph just sitting at like 100 HP the whole laning phase. More so than usual too, right? Like you do always see Morph sitting low, but not like this because of that regen.
Yeah, it looks like it will be indeed the
Dominator Brood.
Another off-lane hero that 33 is ready to slip a helm of the Dom into.
Nope.
Okay, no, he's changing it. He's holding
Hell
back.
yeah. Okay, Soul Ring into what looks like a Vanguard.
I mean, obviously, once you have the Soul Ring and the Vanguard, you pretty much just got infinite sustain to stay out on the map. You're not going to get bullied out of the lane. You can hit the jungle.
I feel like Dominator just does a similar thing too. He might still just go the Dominator on a second.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, a lot of options. He's got all the money to play with.
Level 3 webs are online, Owen.
Radiant's middle tower
50% reduction.
Niku. As the haste, we'll be able to zip across to get an easy pick off here by the looks of it. Burrow Strike comes in. It's not before Zayas is able to get first blood by taking out Toby.
He could also be in trouble. 3 seconds on Sandstorm. He's got Stick.
Sandstorm's there just in time.
Soxa, also potentially now.
And they want it. These two are they looking. Can they get Niku in time?
BZM, oh,
Back into the
disjoints.
Sandstorm, but Niku ends up killing up the both of them.
What a play. Niku, that was sick. Stands his ground, knows his strength. And yeah, it's looking like the DK versus that Sanking. He can stand his ground pretty decently. Hard for you to really hit and apply that debuff.
I'll admit, there's a
nice
slight
Niku.
chance mistakes were made.
He's going to be looking for that Blink Dagger rush this game, Niku.
Don't blame him. Be that space maker. And got the juice, even though, yes, as we said a million times, health restoration, blah, blah, blah. He is farming, so 32-1, 46 and 16, 33 though. It's close to being that 6. And then, yeah, we'll see what approach they want to go for. How do they push him out?
That's not going to be easy.
No. And Crystallis, the Dominator, is it pretty much done? It is, and yeah, he's gonna just stay up there, right, on his own. So you can see a lot of movement start coming out here, and it looks like Tundra, they'll maximize. So Sanking will just go to the jungle. Toby will show himself in the mid lane. They might make a move on this Disruptor here. Dragon form in 1 second.
A Dragon Fall and Dragon Tail and an arrow follow-up should do it.
Yep.
There we go. Want the old 1-2. I mean, BZM's going to try and come in and help out, but not able to stop them from getting an easy kill and getting some pressure now onto the tier 1 tower with this Dragon Fall.
These moves are very telegraphed when you do this, right? You show your 5 position in the mid lane, you know that it's him alone, so we'll be able to go for that kill easily.
That's the TP away back to the tier 2 there on the bottom lane. Starting to see, as you said, with the spiders now up for 33. He's going to be able to bully them that much harder.
He's making moves, actually. He's looking to help his team.
Besides, we'll be able to leap forward and get the kill against Saxa.
Here come the webs, here come the spiders. The nightmare of Mirana.
Easy kill.
Oh, neutral creep got it.
Okay, indeed, easy denied. Still though, with BZM and the amplified damage rune, They should be able to get at least riddies. The Stampede will come in time to help
Toby.
Niku a little bit.
Can't get in range for the glimpse. They really want it.
BZM might be able to get the Burrow Strike. It's up in a second. Not quite catching him. They still want to chase on. 33 doing what he can to close in upon him. The Elder Dragon Form comes to an end. Niku, is he going to get any further backup to help out?
Another stun in 2 seconds, but he's making it to the tier 2. They chased forever.
That was a long chase. So they'll make sure not to chase too far, that they get punished. They'll hold back knowing that they can't get away with that kill anymore.
How long of a chase was that, actually? Let's look. That was a 35-second chase, at least, because the Epicenter has 80-second cooldown. So, yeah, they spent a lot of time actually looking for him there. For PMA, he got full free farm as he was up top, and Niku survives, rejoins instantly, but he gets glimpsed to base. Toby, well played, actually, sat in the mid lane waiting for the DK to TP back out and sent it back.
That always feels bad, getting a glimpse back to base.
He gets the stretch. Look at him. He's like, all right, well, that happened, but
That's true.
I did double kill you
Yeah,
guys.
glimpse on cooldown, boys. I tanked it.
Glimpse on cooldown. Yeah. Nice. All right. Got the juice. I mean, he's absolutely being slowed down, though, as you say. The Morph definitely pushed out of his lane. Tower's going to fall as well. Void, though, is actually getting bullied out, so is getting pushed away from his lane, but he's got the Dominator.
It's going to be interesting to see how the two carries recover in this one.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
Chrysalis got the juice. Because, you know, Chrysalis, that's the one thing, right? In this game, as the Void, with the nature of the cores that NAVI have, it's not going to be an easy game for him to early on turn up and Chronos someone, right? These are hard heroes to kill. The Centaur, the DK, you're not killing them anytime soon in a Chronosphere. So they're going to have to, both carries really go very heavily focused just on the farming and not really able to turn up to early engagements.
No, absolutely. I mean, could see Chrysalis just throw out the Chronos for a single core kill, or support kills. If
Maybe, yeah, exactly.
Right?
Maybe for a support, but the core's probably not happening.
Nah, very likely not.
Anytime soon.
Okay, so yeah, 33, he has shown the build. So he is going to go down the Crimson, it looks like, so wants to play around early aggression, protecting his teammates. Now, pretty effective this game. I would say the damage from the side of Navi is a bit limited early on. Takes some time for it to build up, so that Crimson can block a lot, especially because the Crimson is going to be really effective, right? Also versus Niku, since he is the physical dragon, right? So it's going to block a lot of his damage. How's that Blink doing? Still not quite there.
Both mids are pretty similar. Actually, no,
Niku's ahead.
Niku's a little bit ahead,
Yeah.
especially if they can get this tower. Should be able to get that Blink Dagger before that of BZM. And as we've seen, they have that classic combo. The Blink Dragon Tail into the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Zayats.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm glad to see DK. You know, usually I absolutely hate seeing it.
We've definitely had patches where it's been like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Another Dragon Knight. Nobody's happy, not even the person playing him.
No, but this is a bit more of a breath of fresh air. It's another answer that he's looking for versus this sanking laning phase. And it is a hero that can scale well, applies pressure to towers. It does a lot. So.
On top, PMA, of course, very much chilling. Has the Vanguard, maxed out the passive, and well on the way to the pipe. Knows that it's going to take a lot to kill him, even if that's actually able to kill him at this point.
Other things too is that what this Dominator does, it gives you extra protection in terms of even versus Mirana. You have ways to block the arrow and protect yourself. Right? Like these little things that won't even die.
And that obviously, it feels bad for him. The arrow's not even going to kill
not
him.
do anything.
So it's not at least, back in the day, I'd be like, well, at least I
Nice.
farmed a large neutral creep.
Yeah.
It's not even going to do that now.
Yep.
Helm of the Dom, pretty strong.
Yep. Pretty stupid, you mean?
The Helm of the Dom.
Yeah, Helm of the Dumb. Saksa.
Oh!
A golem.
Well, he's got the life train.
He's burning.
He's dead. They get him. Blink Dagger. No, one line for Niku.
It's early. And look at him. He's carrying a dust, Owen. A good core player.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Tower?
structures are fortified.
Cliff's coming out. The rotation's coming from behind BZM. Blink is at the ready. Toby has got Static Storm.
They want to do this. Yeah, they do. Here we go. BZM. It's the opening. Static Storm to follow. It's a lot of damage.
And they get the courier.
And indeed far too much for Niku to survive through. An easy kill here for Tundra. They catch them by surprise with the job. Now they can put the pressure onto the tier 1 themselves. 33 is ready to push on forward.
And they kill this very fast here with this Brood, plus the Pugna Blast. It is gone. Niku playing a little over-aggressive there. Just by himself, hitting the tower. Not expecting that Blink was coming out, I guess, but it's 12 minutes in. Probably should have expected. Gets caught off guard there. Double ults being used on him, and now they're actually taking away a little bit of these Ancients, too. They may even swing toward this whole area, right, and take the top tower soon and maybe look for a shrine contest here. So Navi perhaps having to be prepared to look to contest up here themselves as another courier dies.
Ooh, and that was... Did he have enough money for the ring as well?
He was about to.
He was about to, so yeah, that is going to be the completed pipe postponed. Another jump. Ooh, Zayt's able to get up with the lead, but the glimpse is there. Zayt's will fall. They will manage to get BZM in return, so Navi, they'll take that trade.
Take that any day.
Middle tower is under attack.
Did lose that pipe recipe though. So.
Dire's middle tower
1 minute and 30 seconds until they'll have that online. Does buy that Ring of Tarask. Who got the Ripper's Lash? It was the Brood, right? Yeah, he did. Okay, I heard it. So just a little bit of spider damage. Cobalt Cup, love to see it. Definitely one of the more fun neutrals I think that you can get at the tier 1s as well. Quite powerful. Okay, Crimson online for 33.
What does he go next? Does he just continue to add to the auras? Or is, I guess Pipe's not really going to do that much this game. Do you think he'll still buy it?
I don't know.
It's not a crazy Pipe game, right?
It looks like he's going to anyway.
Okay.
I mean,
it's never terrible.
he maybe just wants to
Never
act,
terrible.
he's just matching the Centaur in a way, right? Like, he's probably just going to do similar items as him. He might still deviate from this one, because
Yeah, I think you've got options, right?
it's pretty limited in terms of how much magic they actually have, so we'll see what he does look to go for here. Good jump throw.
He's in. We get the jump onto the Disruptor, but the defensive Decrepify is there for Sax, and Toby's going to be fine.
Centaur stomped. They placed a sentry. They actually placed 2 sentries down. The ward had just expired as the jump went off there, so. "12 seconds, PMA. Pipe is going to be online. They may look to force the issue a bit here with this pipe, because looking at the damage from Tundra early, that pipe is going to mitigate a lot of it, right? Again, pretty limited in terms of that physical damage until later on. It's going to be mostly just coming from the Brood and his spiders early. So this pipe might allow them to look for another fight here on the side of Navi. It's coming out. It's coming on the courier. The ward is there. Oh, imagine they killed it again. Oh my god. That would have been crazy. Not going to be the case, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tundra getting some good pressure indeed onto this bottom tier 2, forcing Navi to show themselves. Strike Epi's coming in, they'll get the jump. Have they got enough to take down this Centaur? He's tanky, PMA. Is he tanky enough?
He is
He's able to get that
alive!
Stampede off, they couldn't kill him. And now he's ready to turn, goes over towards Saxon with a Who Stomp.
What a timing. He literally just got the pipe delivered off the courier and immediately TP'd down there, and it saves him. The stick, the Lotus, the pipe. So tanky. It threw everything onto him. The arrow, it hits BZM, but he's too far away.
I needed just a little bit more to try and take out the Centaur under his tier 2 tower.
Yeah, very, very well played there from PMA. Truly understanding the limits of his hero. And now with these items, now he can be the one that occupies the lane versus that Broodmother.
Closing in on that Blink Dagger. They do need as many options as they can to try and find that jump onto 33's Brood.
Niku, keep vision of him. Trying to get the glimpse. They
Get
will.
it. This is there. Quick Dragon Tail over on towards BZM, but he's already got the Sandstorm out into the Burrow Strike. The catch is there. Excellently done there from Saxon and Toby, setting up for BZM to clean up another.
Great damage coming in. Pugna damage overall there, doing the majority. 1,500 coming out from him.
And he's that BKB ASAP, of course. He's trying to work his way towards it, Niku, but still going to be a bit of time before he has that online.
I think probably likely to wait for the next aggressive play, either until the blink from the Centaur's out or if he has that BKB, because yeah, he could just die if he looks to make an aggressive move like that. Got the juice, set up top. Static Storm is at the ready. Is Toby going to find a potential angle here?
It's going to be fun. Has the support backup as well. Got the juice.
Getting closer and closer toward that Manta that will protect him versus a vast majority of the spells, since you can play around that Manta even versus the Disruptor, pushing yourself out of the kinetic potentially. He also was, I did want to point this out also, Got the Juice was hanging onto a branch. And I want to say that that is because of the Disruptor. I've seen many a times these players push themselves out of kinetics because of these branches.
PMA.
He's got
Full Crimson done, so getting those two auras online just a little bit sooner than that. of 33. I mean, 33 is very close behind, just needs about half the gold for that Ring of Trask.
Hey, look at that. PMA even keeps the chipped vest on top of everything, too, so...
Yeah, he's pretty much not dying.
No,
at this point,
strong.
You'd have to throw so much down onto the Centaur to kill him that it's just not going to be worth it for Tundra.
I honestly don't even know if you'll kill him with absolutely everything, depending on the situation. Like, depending on where he is, he may survive everything thrown at him. Like, if he's at the tier 2 tower again, in particular. Crystallis, we haven't talked about him for a while. Let's take a look at how the boy's doing. He's getting closer and closer toward that Mjolnir. His timings are pretty good. He is actually continuing to stay slightly ahead of that Morphling.
And both gold and XP about a full level ahead of... got the Juice right now. Bottom lane, they're going to try and make the jump on it. If they can burst through 33, they can. Crimson won't save him.
There's definitely got to be something that has to be factored in also now by Tundra. I think this was like the second Moonlight Shadow. Can't remember, but either way, an ability that can really punish on these lanes if they do see information. So people are going to be split up like that, which Tundra tends to be. Can absolutely get picked off from these blinks.
Getting well, both that kill in the tower is going to push Niku very close to having the BKB, so he'll pretty much have that ready for the next play.
BZM is he's just pump faking the epi up top. They're hoping for someone to come for that tower, but not going to be the case. And there's the Manta.
That's a very close one, this one.
It is. It's a very close one, and it's two very hard late game scaling carries.
It is. It's pretty high. You know, as we said, we had game 1. Got the Juice popping off. Game 2, Crystallis popping off. This game, both have, I'd say, equal amount of potential to pop off. So we're going to find out who's the strongest carry here today between the two. As the floor is definitely being set by both of their teams for them to carry them through this game 3.
Navi, timing has been hit. BKB done for Niku. He's looking for a play. They've got that. Actually, they don't have the blink yet on the Centaur. He's just short of it, but he is showing himself in the lane. His team is coming to connect. Saxa shows himself with that blast.
Okay, he's going to Stampede in 5 seconds, so Saxa will have to be careful.
Is he going to blast another wave here? I think Saxa might.
Oh, 33 though. Look, they're close to the spider.
Up on the high ground.
They know he's likely around. Can they find him up in the cliff? The arrow, they know. They know that he's hiding up there. Zayat starts off the play with the arrow. Crystallis will come in the chrono.
Oh, no.
To try and protect him, but the blink out's there. Crystallis only really clipping onto both PMA and the Golem. And now, with the Burrow Strike and the Epi coming in from BZM, maybe he can clean the fight up. Jumps in with the Epi. In onto the two of them. It's enough to bring down Zayat. He's looking for Niku, but Niku's doing so much damage. BZM is surviving.
He's alive.
Somehow, the Solar Crest comes out as well, keeping him safe. He'll live. They get the glimpse back onto PMA. Riddy's he'll up for the TP out. He's not going to make it. BZM gets the Burrow Strike off.
Here comes Juice, looking to go for some cleanup.
I mean, can he find it? It's 2 against 4 here. So they're going to try and move it on Saxon. The defensive Decrepify's there, won't save him. The double edge comes in from PMA. PMA's out with the blink. Got the Juice considering if he can do anything more in this situation, but it's so risky when they are outnumbered as they are. So got the Juice and PMA have to continue to retreat. As I say, they're looking to go back in with the Moonlight Shadow.
There's no sentry here.
I mean, did they actually catch someone by surprise?
They might here. I mean, 33 is showing himself in the lane.
These two might be able to burst him. Here's the jump. In with the waveform. Do they have enough damage to burst through the Brood? They don't.
No.
Not at the moment.
And now TP perhaps coming in. Here comes Toby. Here comes Crystallis.
Oh, they might get a glimpse. The glimpse back on a PMA. Crystallis ready to help bring in the damage. PMA
also tanky.
It's going to turn this.
The arrow.
The Hoostomp into the arrow, but again, Navi don't really have the damage to punish. So Crystallis is fine. He's ready to continue to time walk aggressively forward. Looking to chase down PMA. The bashes come in. That's PMA gone. Got the Juice and Zayats. They have to continue to run. The Decrepit fight. In on towards, got the Juice trying to burst him down low. Life Drain comes in as well. He's got the Manta, but he's stuck in the kinetic field.
Another
one. The Morphling gone. Double kill, triple kill for Crystallis. And give him another. No, never mind. 33 will take that one. BZM nearly finding Niku actually trying to get through the Twin Gate. Niku will get away. But that whole series of events there going rapidly downhill for Navi.
And it's Tormentor as well, too, that they can go for it. Oh, an 100-second fight. The Chronosphere catches only his teammate, but Tundra, after those extra like 60 seconds at the end of it there, get huge kills to pull them ahead.
And just having the Crimson Pipe on 33,
it makes a difference.
They couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
Even though they found him in quite a nice spot, right? Zayt's getting that arrow up onto the high ground, knowing that he'd be hiding up there. It didn't matter. They couldn't kill him, and it just put all the time in the world for BZM to find the angle to get in and get as much damage out as he did as the Sand King.
He truly tanked such an absurd amount of spells. And BZM, he lived on a sliver of HP, right? I think he was down to like 100. They end up finishing off Niku, and then they end up saving BZM because of it. And the game was at a pretty much dead even
It was
state.
very close.
8K.
Look at that. Woo! Quite the drop-off after that one.
Hey, how many heroes? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. 7. Plus a tower. Ridiculous fight. Crystallis comes in, showing his power as this Faceless Void. And liking the itemization, right? It's standard, kind of cookie cutter, but the Mjolnir, now he's got BKB. The next item is a pretty big one when you're playing versus that Morphling, and even versus DK in particular, if you can get there. You're unbelievably tanky, and you will whittle them down. And, you know, smaller things to point out on in these long fights, I wanted to wait to mention this, but necrotic webs, right? In a super long fight up there, when you're getting like no health restoration for like 45, 50 seconds, these things add up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a 70%
70%.
reduction. That's a lot.
Yep.
That's a lot. Very hard to sort of take the long fights through that.
Even if
This,
you're standing there, yeah, hitting on with lads, any hit by extra healing, yeah, just reduces everything.
Yeah, just it definitely seems to be one of those games where that last pick through from 33 was very much perfect.
Super clever pick, honestly. And now he's got Greaves, so he's going all Auras.
Yep.
Absolutely everything.
I mean, the timing's of it, super good run. 24 minutes in, having all of this to offer up for his teammates.
Heroes.
You got to watch out for this hero again. You know, this is what the first game they brought it out. They'll definitely do it again. BZM, he's just training with the Epi. He's going to find Riddies here up on the high ground. Riddies will drop the golem, but Riddies is gone. Toby, see if they want to try and go for more. We'll go for the glimpse.
He's got Pipe. Nice play. Pipe to block the damage and then blinks out.
There it is. Aegis on Crystallis, Greaves on 33. Everything continues to fall into place here for Tundra.
It's looking
NAVI,
fantastic,
it's going to be quite the struggle to bring this game back in their favor.
Yeah. Niku, he's queuing up the Nullifier so that he can get through the Decrepify, so he can get through these barriers that they've built up, because they also, I believe, had... I thought they had something else. But no, they haven't even just the Crimson... Oh, yeah, they did. They have Solar Crest.
Solar
Sorry.
Crest,
so,
yeah.
Solar Crest, the Crimson Barrier, they have so many different things. So, yeah, definitely needing this. And even then, are they going to be able to go through all this and kill some of these targets who are getting really tanky, right? The Faceless Void, this is not a squishy carry by any means. Got to juice a lot more at threat inside of these fights. In Tier 2,
Radiant's bottom tower.
so this time it will fall now.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I do imagine with the necrotic webs, at least doesn't go through BKB, right?
I want to say no.
Yeah, does Got the Juice at least have that when he pops his BKB?
I want to say it does not.
Surely not.
Very likely, but it's actually a good question.
Okay, mate.
You mate?
Crystallis is here, and with the Mjolnir, he can slowly but surely do the damage to bring the Centaur down.
He's dead. He's very likely dead here.
Did you chrono this? You don't need to, right?
No, you don't need to.
And you got the glimpse back. And yeah, Navi have just got to try and take this moment to get farm on their other heroes out on the map, because there's no saving the Centaur.
At least you've got information, right? You're like, there's five bottom.
It's under attack.
And 33, of course, you look, he is not skilling Insatiable Hunger.
Of course,
he is
he knows.
very smart. He knows.
You don't play with that
No.
when you're against the Morph.
And he's got the ACQ'd.
The pick was perfect, the build's been perfect, it's been, this is the 33 show through and through from what he's been able to do with that last pick.
And what, he has 96% kill involvement, right? He's 3, 1, 10, and 14 kills.
As
so
a
he's
Brood.
at the peak as a Brood, so you could not ask for more as a last pick, and from 33 with his itemization. As the Rax, it's likely just gone.
You just got to let it go. You don't want to try and defend against this Void with the Chrono and an Aegis. 26 minutes in, they're getting this full set.
Very impressive stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Navi, what do you do?
I'm not too sure now at this point.
Very, very hard one for them now.
Yeah, I think losing that fight in the way that they did top, it's very hard to recover now at this point. Crystallis is going to have the full Scotty finished up after the full BKB of finishing up in that top fight too, so your windows of trying to kill him is all gone.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, and even the 20 talent too, right? He hasn't even hit that like peak timing that the Voids do like a lot of the times.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
They're going to get their own split push going, though. We do see. Got the juice.
Structures are fortified.
We'll try for that.
He needs so much to be able to carry this, though. Needs that butterfly, Scotty.
I don't know how many items he actually does need to be able to carry this one. Especially because he's playing versus that Void, who's one of the more traditional counters in a way versus these elusive cores. And his itemization, right? The Scotty. That Scotty on the Void is going to be absolutely devastating for the Morphling, too. Does he go to negative? Okay.
Negative health restoration. That's not
That's what I was like. I'm literally. Does he go negative? Does it become positive?
What does that even mean? That means that there's then healing. Well, anyway, in the mid, they do get the setup on a 33, but do they have the damage? They're trying to throw everything down.
They do not.
The life drain heals coming from Saxa. They cannot kill the Spider. Now with the BKB coming to an end, forgot the juice and Niku. They've got to bail out of this
Glimpse.
one. The glimpse is there, back in the static still. Chrysalis is ready to join. They've got the burrow strikes on, got the juice. PMA jumps in, has the Hoostomp to hold them back and get the space. Forgot the juice to get out of there.
I mean, it's another 5-second arrow that hits onto one of the targets, but they just can't follow up with anything.
He's got the BKB here, PMA. That's the Charmer, and he's got Blink Dagger up in a second. Off.
There's a glimpse in 3, 2, 1. Not in range.
I mean, they survive, but that's pretty much the best they can do right now, Navi.
Yep.
That's Tundra.
They'll survive, actually.
Ready to come down the mid lane. They've still got this Chrono, of course, and still 30 seconds left on the Aegis. They weren't able to defend the bottom set of racks, Navi, and now, especially with these BKBs used, defending us the mid set, it doesn't look possible.
Like, BKB is used, every ult used too, right? Stampede, Rock, DK form, everything was expended there to try to get some type of fight win, but not the case. Crystallis still has Aegis 15 seconds, and he's just fine. Extra heals coming in. Arrow will connect, but they can't follow up on it.
They just have to watch once these racks get taken away from them. Creepers coming back in, they get the jump in, they're going to try and burst 33 again, but BZM's in with the burst strike on a PMA.
Too much sustain. He still has Greaves, he still has Crimson, he still has Socks at his back.
They're just taking this base from right underneath their noses. As this mid set of racks falling low, they'll get the setup. Arrow as well. Can they burst through this? BZM's hidden with the jump on the two of them, but the BKB is back up.
There's
the Chrono is there, catches the four of them.
No one's taking
full of it. They're not taking damage. It looked flashy. It was a nice 4-man Chrono.
It looked pretty.
But the thing is, Tundra, they don't even need to get the kills now. PMA, Navi, they do. They are able to get the jump forward, but do they have the damage to get these kills? They maybe look
BZM's in.
He's the squishier one. They'll get it, but down the Morphling's caught on the front line. He's got the juice. He'll die for his efforts. He's gone for 70. PMA and Niku desperately trying to push on for something more, but Crystallis is able to turn over towards the support. First hit bash onto Zayats. The Mirana's gone double kill for Crystallis. PMA and Niku, now they just have to run. They've used everything they had in the tank to try and kill something. They only get the Disruptor. They're not getting anything else. Niku's able to TP out, fortunately for him. A PMA back.
Oh,
there it is. Navi. What do you do in this sort of situation? It really feels like they've run out of options. Tundra coming in with a fantastic closer for the draft. And that this play is just, it's completely broken anything that Navi would have hoped to do this game.
100%. I mean, honestly, at 33, whoever said the Brood, whoever decided for this type of build as well, too, they're the MVP very likely. Just unbelievable stuff he's got going on here.
And it's now, of course, something that you've got to have in the back of your minds if you're drafting agaget's Tundra here on the road to TI.
Yep.
The Brood, it's absolutely potentially coming out against you. And it's going to be, it could be just as devastating as this, because this is quite something.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're going to pick the two heroes that are restoring a health restoration in lane, right?
Yep.
This is the dream. And it's also, you do have to factor in that it was a good spider game. Just the spawn spiderlings. There's only the Centaur who really wants to go to that lane and deal with them too, as 33 still has 95% kill.
And BZM's in with the jump. Gets the setup on the Dr. Juice. He's able to get the man style in the waveform off. Do manage to kill Toby again. Niku commits in. He's going to be back up in a few seconds. Niku having to use the BKB to try and get out of this. Crystallis, he's in on top of Riddies. Riddies is dead. Does have buyback available on the Warlock. And Golem is up. They had to use it because this final set of racks is being taken away from them by Tundra. Navi, they couldn't do anything bottom. They couldn't do anything big. Can they do anything to hold on to this final set? Tundra, they'll hold back for now, but they're not going to be going too far away.
No, they're just waiting till the full squad's here. They have the AC finished up now too that's coming on the courier.
Chrono's back online. Epicenter's up.
Niku looking from the side.
Jump. They get the opening Hoostomp. Niku's going to try and jump over all Sax. They get the follow-up arrow in on towards the Pugna. Can they actually finish him off? They can't. The barrier's coming
He's
to
still
play.
alive.
Saxa lives. The Chrono's out onto the three of them. That's got the juice, and Niku dead without buyback. Tundra ready to close this one up as Riddies will fall. GG is called. Tundra will take the series today against Navi 2-1.
What a really cool kind of strategical win. Honestly, this Brood pick, it broke the game.
It was perfect.
It broke everything.
It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
You couldn't have asked for anything else to come through with that last pick and that play from 33.
And then you have to say